No, it's Wednesday and it's time for D&D.
Sub Twitch.
Been waiting for that forever.
All right,
Hello,
so
Hello.
first of all, I would just like to open up with this cool new artwork that we have. Oh, there's the eagle. That we have for Bayou. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, a little commission done.
Made by
Sneak peek.
Doodly Doots, if that's the Instagram tag, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So, bringing it into the game. Last time, you arrived at the town of Belliard, where upon investigating you learned the following things. The missing delegation from Mirabar only spent the night in Belliard and then set out for Summit Hall, which was their intended destination. Symbols of both the Black Earth and the Mirabar military were found at the battle site outside of Belliard. A strange monk wearing a golden mask was watching the delegation closely throughout their stay in Belliard. Warriors on giant flying monsters, quote-unquote, have been raiding the region, and an order of aerial mountain knights resides at a place called Feathergale Spire. Now, with this new information, you figured that this spire would be a good next step in your investigation. On the way there, however, you met with a group of people you had not encountered before, with a strange bowl-like symbol on their clothing. These fire-wielding warriors left you burned and bruised at the side of the road as a warning not to stick your nose in their business. After swallowing your pride and continuing your journey, you now find yourselves at the precipice of a large canyon. There you anticipate your welcome to Feathergale Spire after cordially ringing the doorbell hanging at the edge of the drawbridge. So, let me... So, this woman opened up a little window at the side of the tower next to the drawbridge, and she said, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Well,
What'd
hi.
you do?
Anyone willing to chat to the woman?
Did this? I've forgotten. Last time we said something about what this building kind of seems to represent, or like resemble, I guess. What was that?
Oh yeah, it was like hang on, I have it here somewhere. It was like a sword. It said, yeah, resembles a gleaming sword that pierces the sky.
But like a type of building? Does it resemble more so like a stronghold, or more so like a
it's
church, or?
Oh, right, like that. Don't recall if we talked about that. It's a spire. It's a spire. It's a large tower. You can see that it has very large windows with glass in them, which is, not everywhere that you see this. Not this large anyway. It seems to be quite well fortified. It is pretty much at the precipice of a large chasm with a drawbridge, so I'd say it's pretty well fortified.
I will take a little step back.
A step back?
Yeah, I'll say, welcome, thank you for the welcome, I guess, and I'll take like a little step back.
Did you not think she's friendly?
It's fine.
What exactly is your business?
Very
What exactly is your business here, if I might ask?
We would like to speak with perhaps a representative from the order, was it? Or knights? We heard that's order, right?
The Feathergale Society. That's what we're called.
Yes. Society, right.
Alright, just a moment please. And she closes the window, and a moment later you hear as the chains holding the drawbridge are lowered. And let me put you on the map. There. Here we are. Let me spread you out a little.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Don't forget to refresh your character sheets as soon as you are on the map.
Oh,
Otherwise,
there you
they will act very weird. Also, you can center the map.
go. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay. For Twitch. There we go. So yeah. You stand in front of this drawbridge, which has just been lowered, and as I said, the woman, black of hair, she looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Cool.
Nice.
that's a cool lady.
Like a dragon.
Nice. She doesn't actually have a dragon, by the way.
Aw, come on.
That'd be awesome. Does she seem friendly enough? Like she's just welcoming us?
Yeah, she says, good day to you. My name is Savra Bellabranta. I am one of the knights here at the Spire. If you would please follow me, I would take you to our captain. And she leads you. She just starts walking into the tower, ushering for you guys to follow her.
I do.
I follow.
I will kind of slowly.
Be the last one to follow.
Okay.
I look
Oh,
at-
I do
Well,
have
that's
like
We're
doors.
about to get into a. If we're about to get into a mess, I mean, it's just the world has it in for us, guys, and it's our time.
There you go.
I don't
Well,
like
it
big
wouldn't be-
castles.
If we get in a mess again, I will definitely call this bad luck.
Wow.
You're a genius.
Well,
Yes, so some more people have said that.
Right, let's go.
all right. So you head inside, and you can see this
Mm-hmm.
this nice little entry hall. And she says to you, "You have excellent timing. We are having a feast tonight, celebrating our 10th anniversary of our society."
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think my congratulations are in order.
Yeah, what she said.
This place looks a lot older than 10 years.
It is, yeah. It was first established by another order. I don't remember what they're called. I'm sure our Lord Commander will know. And she begins leading you up the stairs. If you can just let me see. Let me open up the doors for you. There.
That can be very handy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, power staircase.
It is a staircase. Phalanx, you coming too?
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. I need to move my token. Ah!
Bang!
There you go. There you go. And yeah, she starts leading you up. Bonk. Oh, hang on. To the first floor, which is, closed off section of the staircase by double doors. Oh, what did I do? Oh, right. Okay.
Right there.
Just put you there. Right. And then up once more to another
We're going
floor,
way up.
and up again
Whoa.
to the very, very top
I
of
was gonna go
Spire.
behind Valky and go, I don't like heights.
Oh, cool.
So
This,
she...
this
Yeah?
is the best time to tell us. That's
Nice.
Spire.
Well, I don't like heights. There you go.
Nice.
Don't worry, stay
Oh,
close.
cool.
We'll be fine.
Okay,
Mhm.
so let me spread you out a little bit so you're not right on top of each other.
Not on Wilton's shoulders? What do you mean?
Nice. So at the apex of the tower, the stairs end at a round stone gazebo that continues upward in a needle-like fashion. And beyond this enclosure, you can see that a small lawn grows on the top of the tower. There are 4 paths with white stones that pointing to the directions of a compass, each ending in a pointed stone crenellation. At the pinnacle's eastern edge, you can see a spyglass on a tripod pointed downward. So you can imagine from this vantage point, the knights have a pretty good view. And you can see, hang on, this very regal-looking gentleman, a well-built male human in his early 50s, give or take, embossed feather patterns ornamenting the place of his armor, and his kingly cloak boasting a feathered mantle. He smooths his white blonde hair into place, then bows low before you as if he were only a lowly courtier. Welcome to Feathergale Spire, retreat of the Feathergale Society. I am Thurl Maroska, the Lord Commander. Put that
I
in
will
chat
bow
for me.
back.
Nice.
And I will
I make
say
some.
thank you
Aha,
for
woman of
joining us.
culture. Sorry.
And I will say thank you for this. This is great. Yeah.
It looks just about
Yeah,
like
most
that.
hospitable welcome. A lot better than we're used to.
Yes, I would like to
Sure.
extend my gratitude for welcoming us into your hold, Lord Commander.
Not at all. The pleasure is all mine. I believe Savra has told you about our feast tonight. We have something to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Yes, she
Yes.
has.
I take it you are the
DM question
yes?
in between. Do
Yeah.
we still look wounded? Or
No, we did have a.
Yeah, you did have a long rest,
Yeah.
I believe.
okay, but there's no, no evidence of battle or losing a battle whatsoever. Just I mean, we could
That
present
part
ourselves
taken
in
Can you-
perfectly shining armor, or being battered and bruised, and
Can you just make an insight check real quick?
yes, I can do that.
All of us or just him?
Well, since he's the one who asked.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's terrible.
Hey, why is that number black?
It's a 12.
Okay, that's fine.
Feel weird.
Yeah, you should be able to click your skills on your character sheet.
All right.
So like this. But we'll go with the 12.
Oh,
I
And I'll
rolled.
give you like a little
Still
pretty
learning
color
the
and
thing.
shit.
Still learning the
That's
thing.
fine. That's fine. So you reckon that this guy doesn't really pay mind to how you look, if you might have been through battle, even if you were. He doesn't seem particularly judgy.
Fortunately.
Hmm.
Thank you again for taking us in. And yes, we have heard about the feast and the celebration. Most in order. Congratulations to to your society
Oh,
reaching its 10 years.
yes, thank you very much. Perhaps we should speak in more pleasant climate. I can understand that not all of you are taken to the sky as we are. If you can please follow me, let us adjourn to the Great Hall. Okay.
Great.
I
I'll be the
follow
first
the man
downstairs.
leaves, and I will follow him.
before we do leave,
Yeah.
pictures that kind of at the directions of the compass. What are they? Griffins or what? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Yeah,
They
I would
are-
also like
They
to
seem
know.
to be large vultures, and these guys seem to be on top of them, and they are just like flying around, patrolling the pinnacle of the tower.
They have any sort of like symbols on them or something?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask.
Can you make a perception check, please?
Can I do one as well, or can I help her in this regard? 'Cause I was gonna...
I would say do both do perception checks.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
good thing
Well,
you did.
instead of looking for symbols on the birds and the riders,
Uh-huh.
I want to look at the general look of the bird, see if it matches any description we've got from Beliard.
Okay, can you make... what kind of check would that be? An insight, I'm guessing. Or just...
Insight?
No, just regular intelligence, I'd say.
Regular
Because
intelligence.
Yeah, because you're... So you can click the intelligence check.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Joe.
You're
Yeah.
all right.
Me, Felix, me dumb.
so the thing you remember is that
They're birds.
yeah, you were told that there was cattle being stolen by giant flying monsters, but you know,
You know what I'm imagining right now?
well,
I just look at those birds and Felix thinks, those are a lot of chickens.
oh no.
I was just imagining going, Alexa, what are those? And Alexa's going, I didn't quite get that.
Yes. Your internal Alexa module isn't responding.
I'm
But
just
yeah,
staring at the ground. I'm not even looking at these birds.
you since you rolled so high on perception, you do see within like one of the joints. That's not really joints. There's like these feather patterns. You know, in between. They have this webbing in between their sleeves, I should say.
Okay.
And very faintly stamped onto this webbing is this symbol.
Here we go.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Also, the ones that are like on the edges there, they are
Yeah.
like patrolling. They are like staring at us, or just outside.
I'd say that there's one that has just landed on the pinnacle and is just, you know, keeping an eye out, looking all fabulous on his giant bird, and the other one is just sort of flying around.
Mhm.
Just if I move them
Yeah.
any further, then you know, they'll go out of your view.
Yeah.
I
I
can do
don't
that.
really mention the symbol yet because they're really close to us, and
Mhm.
I don't want to overhear that maybe I saw the symbol.
All right.
Unless I see the symbol in a lot of places around the spire, then I would mention the symbol. But if it's just faintly and they try and hide the symbol, then I won't mention it until like we're alone.
Yeah.
And one thing that
Guys, I'm
do
really
as we
sorry,
are-
but I kind of do not have my notes with me right now. This specific symbol, where have we seen it?
We haven't.
We
It's a new one.
haven't. We've
Yeah,
seen
it's a new one.
three
You have not.
similar ones, like similar style ones.
Yeah,
Like
I
Earth and the
remember
fire and
the
the
Black Earth, the crushing wave, that cattle-like
fire
symbol from
thing.
those dude who kicked our asses, and then now we got this one.
Yeah, but this is a new one. Hockey is
All these
connected, by the way.
factions to remember.
Let me move you down.
One thing that I
Yeah.
wanted to try.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, for some reason, map tool kicked me out, but I'm getting back. But I'm going to try to get back in. But,
Okay, sure.
what I wanted to do was, as like he goes down the stairs and the rest is like going to follow him. I want to kind of like, you know, step aside to like let him go and so on, and then kind of like just go a bit to the edge on the grass part.
Right.
And as if I was just like taking in the view,
Yeah.
and kind of go in the direction of the looking glass.
Yeah, there is still a like the one knight who is on his vulture, who's just kind of looking at you.
I would like to like look at him, and as I'm looking around, I would be like, "Do you mind if I have a look? This view is absolutely amazing."
Of course. Yeah, go right ahead.
And I want to have a look through the looking glass first without moving it to see where they were looking before, and after that, kind of just get a grasp of what things they could have seen from here.
Okay. You are very smart. So you gaze down the spyglass without moving at first, and you just look into this very large open chasm beyond. And the place that the spyglass is pointed at is this large crevice in the side of the canyon. And you can see by looking through the spyglass a hooded figure moving into this crevice, and he's just, there's these three individuals who just kind of nod at him, and then he continues on his way into the crevice. So that is what you see without moving it. Other than that, looking around the canyon, you see a great... Let me see if I can describe this to you. You see lots and lots of jagged rocks that line the canyon floor. You see a few patches of trees that sort of are dotted around the river that flows through the canyon. You see a large stone archway that spans the entire width of this river in the middle of the canyon, and yeah, that's about all you see. This seems to be, fairly bland, a fairly bland landscape in
Okay.
all.
So it doesn't have a good enough view to be able to see either like our previous encounter or like some other places we were before.
If you gaze back, because this spyglass is currently pointed east into the canyon, so if you would gaze west, you could, see Red Larch if you look hard enough, and you can just see the road to the Bartride Inn and to Womford. You can just see some caravan traffic going along.
Okay. Alright.
And let me check. Don't know if you would see this. Yeah, you do see, similar to what you've seen before, with the birds circling what was eventually, you found out, the site of the battle that the Mirabar military seemed to have fought at. Similar to that, you see another column of scavenger birds circling around to the south of the spire.
Okay. I would like to make a mental note for approximate location for the second column, and as well for where the location, like where the hooded figure went into the place.
Yeah.
So if you at some point will want to mark them on our map, that would be absolutely lovely.
I will do that.
Don't forget that I've seen it.
And then you head down with the others?
Yeah, then I basically, I more or less return it approximately into the direction where it was looking, not like precisely, and so to not show that I notice what it was pointed at. And I thank the guy wholeheartedly, say like for like 10 seconds of just praise of this view and how lovely it must be to be like on bird wings.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I get
oh my
you.
God, flying is so lovely. And then I kind of
Goodbye.
and then it goes like, oh, the rest already left. I should follow them. And then I just go.
Okay, so I put you down into the Great Hall.
Yes, thank you.
Sort of over there.
Mm-hmm.
And Thurl, the Lord Commander, says, "Please have a seat. Would you fancy a drink?"
I'd love a drink.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Savra, if you would fetch the wine, please. And Savra just, fucks off for a minute. Then comes back with this fine crystal bottle of wine.
Now you said it's the 10-year anniversary.
Yes, 10th year anniversary of the Feather Guild Society.
Safra mentioned that you guys were, well, something, or at least something else was here before then.
Ah, yes, that is true. Let me look that up before I say something dumb.
God, I'm stupid.
Fuck. What was it again? Who lived here before we did? This tower, it was built by a band of adventurers called the Knights of the Silver Horn. And they founded it as a place from where they could explore the surroundings. And I believe, if I am not mistaken, the north was overcome by an orc horde sweeping over the landscape, and the keep was eventually overrun, and for centuries then it stood empty. I believe locals came to know this as a haunted keep or some poppycock like that, and saying about various monsters occasionally occupying the ruins. However, we, being in need of a place of what's the word? We, the Feather Guild Society, being in need of a place of rest, I guess you could say, we settled here and eventually made it our home.
Well, cheers to 10 years.
Here, here, and he raises
Cheers.
a
Hey, that
glass.
rhymes, so it must be true.
Speaking
wink.
of monsters,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't help but notice your flying mounts that you had up the top there.
Ah, yes.
What do you call those things?
Well, they are simply giant vultures. Sort of like the
Simply.
normal bird of scavenging bird, but just larger. I must say that they're not very common in these parts, but we found them here and there and brought them to heal and taught them to be ridden. And now we like to indulge in hunting and hawking upon our flying beasts.
They must
Most
eat a ton.
magnificent beasts.
They must eat a ton. They're huge.
I mean, for giant birds, they are fairly light. We also have hippogriffs in this tower, in the stables below, but they are slightly heavier.
As,
Yeah,
as an animal enthusiast myself, what sort of feeding regime do you have for such noble beasts? They have to keep the best flight abilities. You have to keep an eye. I'm sure you are giving them the best food available. So, if you don't mind professional curiosity, any particular recipe or so that you are using for their food?
No particular recipe, really. We have one of the castle denizens is very knowledgeable about nature and all the living things. He makes deals with the local towns to supply us with food, and we pay them handsomely for it, since we need a lot of it, as you might assume.
that's commendable. Growing the economy around this area, it's really commendable. I can really appreciate that. we have been traveling quite a bit and running into a fair amount of trouble on the road, as most people tend to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we did hear rumors of flying monsters as well.
Flying monsters. Well, as you can see, and he gestures throughout the Great Hall, gesturing toward the walls, and you can see the heads of griffins, wyverns, owlbears, manticores. They're all just, mounted upon the walls.
Just chilling.
Just chilling there, yeah. And he says, well, we've, of course, done our fair share of hunting, but we are not done yet. Here and there are still some beasts left. This valley is sometimes a wretched place.
That it is.
But let us speak of such matters after the feast has warmed our blood, yes? I would give you
Mm-hmm.
sanctuary within the tower. I can give you one of our guest quarters, where you may stay until it is time for the feast.
Are they high up?
No, they are at the, I guess, ground
Dungeon.
floor. The dungeon.
It is most hospitable of you. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of nods, and Sevra, if you could please. And Sevra says, yes, of course. This way, please. And she starts leading you down again. Boop. Oh, that didn't work. Boop. There you go.
There we go. Right there.
So you are now on the ground floor, and she opens the door to the south.
Ooh.
And there's just some bunk beds there for you to use.
Mm-hmm.
And Sevra just stands in the door opening. If there's anything else you need, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hi.
Yes, thank
Good,
you very
thank
much
you.
for your hospitality.
Not at all. So,
That's like, oh wait, no, that's nothing. It might.
you now just can do pretty much whatever you want until, within reason, of course, until
So
the
I
feast starts. Yeah.
some of my parchment paper and I draw the symbol,
Mm-hmm.
and then write, just in case we're being listened to, I saw the symbol on one of the guards up at the top.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And after you're done with that, I kind of tug at the paper and gesture if I can also write something, because I noticed something.
Yeah.
And I write down that that I have seen that they have been watching some like weird door and hooded figure enter, and that from here they could see the like wolf type birds, like normal birds, around the place of the attack, like kind of having a snack, and
Mhm.
also at some other place south from here. So chance is that there is also some bodies or something there. And they can see all of that from here.
Does seem plausible, and I say this like whispering that they do hunt whatever beasts were killing those cattle. Let's just watch our backs.
Possible that it's not a good price. That not all of the food that they need they are buying. I would assume they are buying some, because it makes for good relations with surrounding areas and so on. But with that many these huge beasts, you do have to feed them proper, and I don't think they would be able to just keep buying that.
I mean,
Do
who
you
says
think-
they're hunting those big beasts, like just those? Could just be that the cattle wasn't enough food.
Right.
I don't trust beings try to swim in air.
Do you think they know anything about the
Swim in
delegation?
air.
So what'd you say?
Do you think they know anything about the delegation? Like maybe they've been involved in these attacks, or they've been.
I mean, we've all seen these symbols come out, and every time we find one, it isn't a good thing.
I know.
And also, chances are, if they are not involved in any way, they might at least have seen something.
But I mean, symbols, organizations, all kinds have symbols, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. I
That
mean,
is
we're not
true.
trapped in here.
That is true. I mean, we might as well see what the feast is about. Maybe with some ale, some of their tongues will loosen.
Maybe we'll learn more about. I don't know. Maybe they do know something about the missing delegation. Maybe they know something about the Crushing Wave and the was it the Black Earth?
Maybe we could
Maybe.
just ask around, like about the area. They mentioned some that like the area can be a wretched place.
Yeah, without mentioning
So-
names, I would also mention just running into cultists and them giving us a hard time.
Like, I think that after a little bit of feast, they might be more willing to tell more and like tell us how they mended and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Phalanx, what do you think?
I think it's definitely a good idea to cozy up to these people and see what information we can find without raising suspicion. I mean, they seem friendly enough from the get-go. I mean, they have these big birds. They need food, so I understand Bayou's point. But they seem like very strong and competent people, so having these as potential allies would be a good idea. I mean, we have not found any evidence that these are bad people.
Right.
So I'd suggest cozying up to them. And then see if they voluntarily give us some information that we need.
Or if they need some sort of help in dealing with something, the same thing we're dealing with.
Exactly. Let's see if maybe by chance some of our goals are the same.
Yeah,
We could just let's try to cozy up to these people and see what we can find out.
sounds like a good plan.
For the rest of the time, I'll just sit down and tinker with my tinkering stuff.
All right. You tinkering stuff. You can walk around. You don't.
Oh, we can?
You know, yeah. Savra did tell you. You know, I didn't tell you, but Savra did tell you that you don't, have to sit there until the feast begins, because I believe you just arrived here at noon, so we're just giving temporary quarters, and you can just go about, walking around and stuff.
I would
don't-
absolutely
right.
like to walk around.
You don't know whether some areas might be off limits, but
Is there anyone who would like to go upstairs with me to the top of the tower and see what we can observe?
Back upstairs? I'm good.
it's
I
like
mean, I already observed a lot from there.
it's like checking into a hotel and then just checking out the lobby. We'll go
I mean, we do not have much else to do. Maybe we could talk to some people in the meantime while we're waiting for the feast.
Yeah,
I
if
would
it's
like
that
to-
early, I want to ask Safra specifically if they have a library.
Going up to Savra, she says, "No library, unfortunately. The knights do keep some books for themselves, but I wouldn't recommend going into their quarters without their consent."
That makes perfect sense. And can I ask you another question? Is it allowed for me to go to the top of the tower and do some observations? I'm interested to map the lay of the land for myself.
If you're not opposed to, the heights, Then go ahead.
I'm definitely not.
All right.
And
Also,
I plan to look around the tower itself.
And as she gives her permission, I'd like to walk up the stairs and say to the party, if there's anyone who'd like to join, feel free.
Savra just kind of chimes in after you and says, also, if you're visiting the solarium, that's the door to your right. That's this door right here. There's a door here. Do be very quiet. There's people at work there. You know, you can visit, that's fine, but, you know, do be quiet.
Thank you for the notice.
I will
Of
make
course.
sure to be quiet like a mouse.
I would go in there.
I also
sounds
want to
cool.
go have a look, at least.
Alright,
Okay.
while they are going to the solarium, I'd like to move upstairs.
I want to ask her if there's a place that I can bathe.
A place where you can what?
Have a bath.
Ah, where you can bathe.
You know, clean herself.
Hang on. Let me
I can
move
get
you
all this
up,
filthy
Felix.
air off me.
Even water girls need to clean.
Oh no.
God.
So Savra says, well, there's barrels of water in the solarium and also in the kitchen if you need to just quickly splash yourself. But we don't
Sure.
really have a bathing chamber if that's what you're looking for.
Barrels is fine. And I will walk after my friends to the solarium.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see these dudes, but there are like a couple of people at work here. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, mouse. Hello, mouse. Or is the... Yeah.
Maybe you're
And the
stuck on
symbol
something.
that I saw upstairs, nobody else is wearing it, and it's not on like some type of plaque on any of the halls or the Great Hall or anything like that.
You don't really see it in the halls. So far, you've only really seen it on, the knights patrolling the pinnacle. So this very, very brightly sunlit room occupying the east quarter of this floor holds flowers and shrubs in many varieties, growing in a small labyrinth of planters. You could see spidery red and purple plants grow suspended in baskets in midair, not like floating there, but hung by chains. And you can just see some robed humans in the process of quietly watering the plants, possibly, contemplating something or other.
I will try to go find a barrel and I'll just kind of go... if they're not too high, I won't sit next to it and look into it. But if they're high, I will just stand. And just kind of like poke my finger.
It's pretty high if you wanted to sit on it, but you can just
Not
peer.
on it, but next to it if it was low. But
Right. You want to look into the water then, I'm assuming?
yeah, and just kind of like dip my finger in, look at it a little bit.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
I would like to observe the plants after.
Mm-hmm.
So a while we'll just kind of leave, go back to the...
Okay, go ahead. So the plants, they don't seem to be something special or nefarious or, things used for brewing or making things. These people seem to have plants just for the sake of having plants, really.
I see. It's their like relaxation room
Yeah,
with plants.
as far as you know, yeah.
Sounds lovely. I would like to, after observing the plants, leave and kind of just start looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Like wherever there are doors, I would kind of just try to peek in.
Sure. So Phalanx, what are you doing in the meantime?
As I'm upstairs at the tower, I try to move around a bit.
Yeah.
And see if I notice anything out of the ordinary in the area while I'm walking slowly at the edges of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Nothing out of the ordinary. You know, it's getting kind of foggy in the canyon by this time. Yeah, but nothing weird you haven't seen before approaching the tower.
I'm standing in front of the. Oh wait, he's
Oh
gone.
yeah. Well, did you want to say something to him?
Yeah, I first wanted to observe, see if I notice anything, well,
I would say,
shady about the bird or the night.
yeah. I would say that at this point he's gotten to flying around again, so you would you can
So,
either
yeah.
hail him if you want to ask him something, or you can just observe.
Mm-hmm. At first, I'm observing, see if I can find any other marks or
Mm-hmm. Make a perception
behavior.
check.
Yes. Perception.
All right.
Whoop.
Nice.
Thought that was a natural, but it's 18 even. +5?
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yep, that's the. That's
Nice.
phalanx for you.
That's the
It's like
phalanx
it's
way.
main
That's
squeeze.
how a
Give me that
phalanx
wisdom.
do. Okay. So you take it from this guy looking at him just flying around. These seem to be fairly battle trained people. And they're very good at handling their mounts. They seem to be doing this for a long time. Other than that, nothing strange really catches your eye. You see that they have sheathed long swords and currently holding a spear, you know, just patrolling around. But nothing strange.
At the moment, I decided that I have seen nothing strange. I tried to heal the soldier.
Okay. As he sees this, he just kind of comes around, lands right on that crenellation of the tower. Yes, what do you need?
Yes. I walk up to him, and first I bow and I say, "Greetings, my friend. My name is Phalanx Mark One. I'm a priest of Lathander, and we just arrived here with my couple of friends. I was wondering to talk with you a little bit about your mount because I'm very interested.
Ah, magnificent
Well,
creature, isn't it?
yes, they are very beautiful. I always liked vultures, but these are especially magnificent. Magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Their size is it's pretty. It's majestic. I would like to call it that. I
Anyway,
was
I would.
wondering about the feeding pattern of these birds. I assume being very large creatures, they must have big appetites.
Well, we do let them hunt on their own sometimes, and they just go about, you know, hunting in the canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there are some gnolls in there, packs of them even.
Well, they hunt in
So
packs.
yeah, but you know they're still scavenger birds. So if they can't find anything, we feed them with the fodder that we have.
Yes. Being scavenger birds, do they kill themselves or do they only eat already dead creatures?
No, sir, vultures are not meant to kill, made to kill.
Yes.
Unless you tell them to, of course. They're
I
very
mean,
well trained beast.
you guys. I've been observing the way you fly on your mount, and you guys seem very capable. So I'd like to. So that looks very impressive, if I do say so myself. You guys look very battle hardened also. So I would assume that if you, for example, would tell the creature to attack me, I would be a very destroyed machine.
He looks he looks at you very strange, like, do, do you want me to
No. I do not mean to actually attack. I would just assume that if you told the bird to attack me, I would be a very dead robot. Like he is just capable of killing me,
Yes.
but not they. It's just I was trying to determine if they don't do this by themselves.
Yes. I would
I'm
highly
concerned.
recommend against poking the bird.
Yes,
Or-
I try to keep my distance.
Radiance of the Dawn.
What did I just say? Those are
Up in
magnificent
flames.
creatures. Why would I
Good,
attack them?
good thing I didn't go pet them, right?
Uh, hmm. But so, I heard from the Lord Commander that you often fly on your mounts and hunt the more evil creatures in the canyon. Is that right?
That is true. Until recently, we sighted a manticore, but we haven't been able to pinpoint it ever since. It seems to dart in and out of the mists at night.
That is weird. My sensors seem to be pretty keen with finding these creatures. If you or any of your compatriots need any assistance with locating this manticore, I would gladly offer my assistance.
He gives you a nod, a knowing smile. I will let you know when we do.
Yes, if you need some help during patrol, me and my friends are ready. So if you would like some help, you can let us know and let the Lord Commander know. We're not planning on going away very soon, as we were invited to join the feast. So if we can do
Yes,
anything for you,
please.
just let us know.
Please do not hold out on the feast. It would be a shame.
Yes, my friends will definitely eat a lot. Me being a robot, I do not need to eat, but
I
having some
see.
oil ready to um to wet the coils and everything in my body, that would be nice. But I'm sure you guys can help with that. And for now, I would like to let you patrol again. Thank you for the interesting conversation, and I guess we will see each other at the feast.
Very well then. Away, Manfred! And the bird just
What's the name?
What a name,
Okay, Manfred.
Manfred. And the
Well,
bird just
Manfred.
kind of kicks off the tower and continues flying off again.
we should introduce Manfred to.
Should you?
No.
Yeah, right.
Nom
I
nom
mean, they're
nom.
still alive though.
Yeah, that's true.
So as
Okay.
the bird and the soldier fly away, I say to myself, kind of praying to my god, "Oh golly, you gods certainly have made some interesting creatures in this world."
Oh boy.
I can just hear
Excitement
like the
module
echo.
activated. Oh boy!
I can just hear the
So-
echo of Bio going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so that's all for you,
That's
Phoenix?
all. I will head back down to and
Okay.
then go to the solarium.
So Volkia, in the meantime, you're exploring, yes?
Yes.
So there's a door right there where you're standing. It's
I'd probably be
Yes.
following her if she left the solarium.
Okay, okay.
As if not too much
Can I
interest.
poke at the door?
Yeah,
Does it open?
yeah, it just opens. No problem. There's some people. Let me
Peek in. Kitchen.
open it all the way for you. There we go. And let me reveal these dudes. Oh,
Yeah. Oh god.
yeah, they're
You
just
always appear so suddenly.
yeah. Sorry about that. So this would be the kitchen. You can see sacks are heaped along the walls and a small pile of vegetables spread on the table. And you can see this huge steaming cauldron standing in the center. And there are currently four of these people standing around the cauldron with their eyes closed, breathing deeply. They seem to be breathing in the fumes of the cauldron.
Is there a
Okay.
particular smell coming off of it?
Yeah, I was going to
Or
ask the
odor?
same, like if I can step a bit closer quietly to not interrupt them, and like
Mhm.
kind of curiously peek over like the edge of the cauldron, like look into it
Mhm.
and maybe like sniff a little. Like what it is.
It has a very herbal and very earthy aroma to it.
So you would say that with my proficiency with herbalism kit, maybe, just maybe,
you would
I
have
could
to check it. You know, grab a spoon and
just sniff it.
identify it. You know, whatever weird looks that might get you if you want to do that.
And they don't have any of it like outside of the cauldron, right?
Any of the liquid? No.
And they are just breathing in.
Yeah, just almost in a
Damn it.
meditative state.
Are there any like herbs or something around that would seem like they were like used for preparation of this?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Probably from the solarium, if I had to guess.
6.
Am I helping her with it though? Since I'm
Please
there?
do.
You can yeah, you
Or
can
I'm
help.
gonna roll
No
my
problem.
own. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead.
please do. Yeah, roll like shit today. Oh boy.
All right. Yeah, you can see a bunch of you know, vegetables and spices like carrots, thyme, some rosemary. You know, things that might generally go into a stew. You know, perhaps they're preparing for the feast or whatever they're cooking.
Okay, so there is nothing that would be like unusual for food.
No, nothing unusual.
They are just
Okay.
sniffing us too. Okay. Sure. I can get behind that. I will just slowly leave the room.
Some people do drugs, some people sniff
Yes.
stew.
Are they
It's fine.
just are they moving their lips at all when they're meditating there?
Oh yeah, they're just, you know, slowly inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth.
I was specifically just trying to see if maybe they're casting a spell on this dude. That's what I was some type of ritual.
With that investigation check, no, they're not.
Okay.
I slowly back out and just move to. I have seen another door in the first room, right?
Yes, you have. It was to the south.
Yes. I would love to peek into that one.
As you approach the door, Savra
Yep.
standing at the door. Is she still visible? Ah, yeah, she's there.
Yeah.
Please, if you could leave that alone. That's our armory. We don't
Oh.
really let visitors in there. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I didn't know. I was just having a look around. This place is so amazing. So, of course,
No problem.
no armory, no worries. And I back away and I whisper to Weldon, like, they keep weapons there.
Should we go try looking around the Great Hall a little bit?
Yeah, like I would just continue like upstairs, do the same thing.
Yeah, we'll
And
probably meet.
it seems so that with Weldon.
We'll probably meet Phalanx.
Yeah.
Do we want to see if Bai wants to come?
Sure. I peek in. Does Bayou look not fully in her own world of thought?
I don't know. Bayou.
She's just kind of sitting on a bed, like gives her face a little bit. Just about all. Seems awake.
Wanna join for a little exploring of the tower?
Just take off her hands. Yeah, I've been getting bored. Let's go.
All right.
So the three kids go upstairs too. Poke their
Make a
nose
ruckus.
where it doesn't belong.
I'm mean, they did tell us that we can have a
Yeah.
look around, so
Of course, we cannot follow that instruction.
Yeah, you can't just
Exactly.
sit here and do nothing.
so can I move myself to the second floor?
I'll move you. No worries.
Okay.
Phalanx, I am assuming that you will at this point meet up, because then it will just move all of you up at the same time.
Yep.
Okay. Boop. Yes. There you are. Yeah, just move through the door. That's fine.
I'm just moving
Okay.
so that the others can also
Yeah.
find their
Yeah.
tokens.
Gotcha. Boop.
Kind of race around.
Hmm?
I kind of like race around the stairs to like this area.
Nyeong.
I wave at.
Yeah, we wave at each other at the other end. It's like, oh hey.
Yeah, there seem to be 4 doors over here.
Mhm.
Okay. Right there, right there, right there, and right there. Yeah, there's 4 doors.
Shall we all pick one and open it at the same?
Yeah.
Give the
Sure.
DM lots to explain.
Yes.
Sure, what's the fourth one? I'm gonna
Alright.
stand behind here, just go
Okay.
like, yeah, go!
You're doing the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
3,
3,
3,
2.
2, 1,
1.
go!
They're all locked.
Oh.
That's
That's another
anticlimactic. Punch one.
Punch a door.
God.
No.
What do you mean? No.
Thurl's just gonna come down like, what are you doing?
Punch in
Why
my
are you breaking
doors.
our
Guys,
Uh,
let's not remember the plan. We wanted to befriend these
Yeah.
guys. Let's not open locked doors.
I will just put my ear, like, kind of listen, like if I hear anything from behind the doors.
Okay. Perception check, please.
16.
You hear nothing at all. It's absolutely
I'd
still.
like to peek my eye through the keyhole and see what's there.
Oh.
Darkness.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Like eye comes out of this.
Yeah,
the
little
socket,
eyelids.
The key.
I'd like to use my passive for 15.
Okay, sure. You can see one of the knights just at his desk, in the process of, something you don't really see. He's got his back turned to you. Seems to be some kind of a knight's quarters.
Okay,
All right.
good to know.
And then I look up to the rest. And then I walk to the second door and peek here as well.
Okay. I'm just going to assume your perception check for all of the rooms.
Yeah.
So you can see another one of the knights is currently taking a nap. There's also and the other room doesn't have anyone currently in it, but it does also seem similar, and so does the one at the bottom. They all seem to be
So these look like
quarters. Yeah.
I'll just walk back to the rest and quietly say, nothing interesting, just quarters.
That's a curtain, Wilden.
Okay.
The squiggly line.
Mhm.
Or like tapestries. They do actually have pretty beautiful tapestries on here. Scenes of gallant knights on flying hippogriffs, fighting dragons and jousting with one another among the clouds.
Is that
So
another
basically
door by vacuum?
advertisements for their order.
I'm sorry?
Is that another door right here?
No, that would be a window.
Shall we go upstairs?
Yeah? Everyone in upstairs?
Fun. Yeah. Upstairs. Like further upstairs?
Yes.
That's way up though.
But
There is still
I mean,
one floor.
We are inside.
There's still one floor before the top of the tower.
Yes.
When I fall off this
Yeah.
thing, I'm gonna blame all of you.
Nice.
No
Do it.
worries. We are not going to the top floor.
Okay, fine.
All right, you all head up there,
Mhm.
and there is 4 doors round. There, 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 and there.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I'm
moving
going
on.
to this door. Because I
Okay.
cannot select my token.
Let's stick with it.
There you go. Now you should be able to move.
Yep.
So, what do you do? Do you like listen? Do you open them?
I will listen.
I
I'm sorry. Say again.
peek first with through the keyhole.
All right. You can make perception checks, all of you.
Please don't fail me. There we go.
Nice.
I take my passive.
Oh,
of
guys, nice. Look at this. All right. You all see what seem to be more quarters. These seem to be a little bit larger rooms, and they seem to be divided in two by a curtain.
Hmm.
And you can just
Good
peering
lord.
in, you're like looking right into the curtain. And Phalanx, as you peek in, you hear the gentle writing of a pen on paper, a feather pen.
I look back to the rest and I say, it looks like these are quarters too. Nothing too interesting. Just some knights working and writing.
Yeah, it seems like
It's
maybe we should
boring
leave
as
them to their
fuck.
business.
And at this point, you can hear some footsteps approaching the door, and the door opens.
Which one? Wait.
That one, and you can see Thurl in the door opening.
Hi.
Anything I
Hello,
can help
guys.
you with?
Yes, we were. I have been talking to you.
Oh Christ!
So as I'm trying to totally bluff my way through this and letting it seem like I was not spying on him at all,
Go. Right.
I was wondering, is there a moment we know the feast is not ready yet, but I was so intrigued by the giant vultures. I was wondering if we could speak a little bit about them. I've been observing them and they're just so magnificent.
Of course, I do have some business to attend to. But
Oh, if it's too much to ask of right now, we can always talk at the feast. That's
yes,
no
we will have
problem.
plenty of time at the feast. Do not worry.
Then we will do that at the feast. I'm sorry to bother you.
Not a
I told
problem.
you it was a bad idea, Phalanx.
It's
I'm
very
sorry?
rude too.
Oh please, I was only writing. It's fine.
I trot back downstairs. Come on, Vic.
All right.
I'm gonna follow him and say,
Right, I'm heading back down to the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Feast begins.
Okay.
Unless someone's got a really good idea, but don't think we do.
I would like to chill for a little bit in the solarium, and after that, after like some time passes, I would like to have a peek into the kitchen again to see whether the dudes are still sniffing.
Okay. So
I
Valkia to the solarium. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to our quarters.
Okay.
But before I start tinkering on my tinker stuff, I want to check our room for any like secret passages or anything like that, possibly.
I'm gonna go down to the room as well.
Yeah. And Phalanx, you were going to the Great Hall?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you are. So just sitting there waiting for the feast to start.
As well as basic, is working. I want to ask him. Do you really trust these guys?
No.
I don't know about this feast. They seemed very persistent about us joining, and I've kind of lost my appetite and all.
I mean, maybe. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
Never mind.
You're just
Sorry.
chilling, chilling with the plants.
Yes,
Takes
I'm
a
just
lot.
chilling with the plants.
Takes a lot for me to lose my appetite. I mean, I'm tiny, but you know,
One hell of an appetite.
good
Sure.
meal. It's hard to pass up.
I don't know. I feel like you know when your friends tell you something and you know what they're talking about, but you don't know why. You don't know why they're right.
Sure.
It's just I don't trust these guys. They seem
I
like
don't
an
either.
annoyance more than anything.
Well, I mean, we're here. We might as well try to find out what we can. Yeah, I mean, I
I don't know where the
they haven't
dining
tried
room
to
is.
kill us.
If it's high up, then it's gonna be just troubling to get out of there if anything goes wrong.
Yeah,
And with all the shit happening,
they could have tried to kill us a while ago. I mean, why make a feast of it?
well, people have weird way of doing things. Could be a ceremonial thing. Don't know. We've done it with our ship multiple times. Try to get the guard down. It works. It works wonders. I just
Yeah,
don't
but
trust
we're
it.
outnumbered here. I mean, they could just easily flip the switch on us, and we're
Yeah,
vulture
I
meat.
don't know. Maybe they're against the whole fuss that comes with that. Can get kind of messy, just jumping on us.
I guess.
I just don't know if it's a smart idea. I don't know if we have much of a choice. We'll see. If you find anything in here, let me know though, because anyway, like at
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna search the room.
Yeah.
as best I can.
Investigation check, please.
Yes. My
Nice.
rolls today. There's probably nothing in here.
You're better than the mimic.
oh god, no.
Yeah. You search and search and search, and this
Yeah.
seems to be just a normal, boring dormitory.
Yeah, I figured as much.
You did
There's a
find
window you
your
can jump
own-
out of.
You
I
did
can't
find
swim in
your
air.
own trust issues.
Yeah. No, I'll just go back to tinkering my tinker stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Valkia, you're in the solarium.
Yes, and I chill with the plants.
Okay.
And my snack is probably, peeking out sometimes and
Mm-hmm.
then going back in. I observe the watering their plants and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm sitting there, I would also probably like to see like if all of them seem to be the same type of like the flying guards. Like if they have similar physique, they all seem to be like battle ready and so on.
Not really. You can see that like there's these three guys who are much more lightly armored, looking like this. And then there's one who looks like this. And yeah, he seems to, maybe be of a little bit more importance than the rest.
Like when people like subconsciously kind of move away so that he can pass if he's going somewhere and so on.
Yeah, things like that.
Okay. I would like to kind of look like I'm just chilling and just keep an eye on whether they seem to be at all interested in us as like newcomers, or if they're like watching us or something.
Okay. So would you like to, discern their intentions, or would you just like, observe them?
I would like to more like discern like if if they are keeping any interest in us. Like if, like either like having some bad plans, or if it is just like or not, or if just like ignoring us. So probably some sort of like insight thing.
Yeah, make an insight check, please.
All right, with advantage.
Yes. Just roll twice.
Thank God.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay.
Because that was not one. Yes, everyone wants to murder you. Or everyone wants to be your best friend. Depends.
Okay. Okay. Let me just type that to you.
Okay.
Anything else other people are doing at this point?
I think if Bio's come back to just sitting against the wall, head in her face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tinkering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying.
Praying in the Great Hall.
But Vic Rattlehead does go and pats like Bayou on the shoulder and on the head.
The
It's
feet.
okay.
So like jump up, go, what the fuck? Hi. Thanks. Great. And then just like slowly put her hat back and sit back against the wall again. And just like say, you shouldn't scare me like that. But thanks.
Yeah, I just nod as I'm tinkering. Yeah.
Yeah, the feast is for the vultures. We are the appetizers. Jeez. Okay, so is that everything you want to have done before the feast? I believe you wanted to check the kitchen now, Valkia.
Yes, I wanted to peek into the kitchen somewhat later. Like after ending the room I was in, I would kind of just like peek in to see if they are still there.
You can see like 2 of them are still there, but 2 of them are now, at work in the kitchen.
And the 2 that are sniffing, they are like, it's not just that they are next to the cauldron or whatever it was, but they are like literally doing the same thing they were doing before, right?
Seems to be, yeah. Just doing the
I
same thing.
I would like to go to one of the guys who is not there and kind of just quietly like looking at the sniffing guys, be like,
What the fuck are they doing?
I didn't want to intro before, but this seems fairly fascinating. I'm myself interested in different herbs and so on, and you seem to be having some sort of meditation over the pot.
Ah, yes. They are currently in the process of meditating, of inhaling and trying to become the steam.
What?
If
We take a. Well, hang on.
if you don't mind me asking,
yes, the steam.
because I see that like every sort of tradition like this usually has some sort of traditional recipes. Is it a secret recipe of some sort, or are you allowed to tell me what is in that? What?
Well, it is a normal stew, a carrot-based stew, but we do take breathing exercises very, very seriously.
I see. That must be very helpful for your ability to focus and all that.
He nods.
Thank you. It was very fascinating experience to have the honor of
Blah
seeing
blah
this,
blah.
blah blah, yeah, seeing this in practice. And then I just like slowly back away.
Yeah. He smiles widely at you with an expression that says,
Into
Oh, look, a door.
at the moment I walk into our quarters, I just go,
yeah.
those guys are trying to become steam.
As one does,
Literal.
yes.
Literally.
What? Did you say
Steam.
become steam?
Yes, the
I want to be able to
the
do
bunch
that.
of them in kitchen. They were doing breathing exercising, focusing
Right.
on trying to become the steam.
Awesome.
They're
I want
gonna
to try that.
they're gonna go back there.
Go ahead. There is a giant pot of carrot stew that they are sniffing over.
No.
Maybe you will see a
You can imagine,
revelation
like,
in the carrot.
Pi just like picking the head off her face as she gets excited, and as soon as she like carries it, she just immediately like, puts it back and just like puts her head back against the wall. It's like, nah, I'm good.
You can puke in your hat if you needed to.
The fuck?
Okay. So fast forward a few hours to where it would be time for the feast. Eagle squawk.
Yeah. That's
And
the cue of the feast.
yeah, it's a cue for the feast. Yeah, exactly. And there is a knock at the door of your chambers.
I opened the door.
Okay. Savra is there, and she says, the feast is ready. Care to join me?
Oh,
Great.
thank you. Yes,
Can't
absolutely.
wait. So
Can't
she
wait to be aboard.
she
We have
then
been here for 4 hours.
she then brings you to the Great Hall. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Okay, let me move you up there. Bam. Let's quickly move everyone.
The giant pot of carrots stew there as well.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
awesome.
If the giant pot of carrot stew is there as well.
It is.
Become
yeah.
the carrot stew.
Ooh. So we can become one with the steam as well.
And as you enter the Great Hall with Savra, Thurl, glass of wine in hand, just gets up. Ah, yes, please, join us at the table. And please tell us of your adventures in the Somber Hills.
Baya will grab the closest glass of alcohol that seems to be available for her. I'm not going to steal anyone's alcohol. If there's like any possibility, like ask
Give me
someone
that.
for a glass of wine or just like pick up a glass of vodka. She'll go to grab the first thing that's available. I start drinking that.
Okay. It's,
I toast to Thurl and I say, "Thank you. Your hospitality is unmatched."
please.
What he said.
But we all happened to meet in Red Larch, and that's where our adventure kind of began from there.
I see. It's a quiet little town, yes?
Well,
used to
it
be.
was until
Yes.
we met and stuff happened.
We
What?
solved a murder.
You solved a murder.
That is what happened.
I see.
Yeah, basically.
Can you
Some
elaborate?
cultists were murdering some of the townsfolk,
My goodness.
and we happened to catch those involved.
We tried to join you for the little, this little, I don't know what it was, speech? Pretty interesting. We tried to join them, but they didn't seem very fun.
You tried.
Well, no, I tried to join. Well, not them. I tried to join the conversation. They seemed
I
really fun.
see. I thought for a second you were trying to join a cult.
No, no. It's I would never. I'll sip more of my drink.
Just with two hands holding your cup, drowning your face in it.
Cheers.
From there, we kind of set off, and we were looking for a missing delegation.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes.
From
Word has reached
yeah.
me of this missing delegation of dwarves, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Seems to be.
Pity.
Do you do anything with it? Do you set out any type of action? Anything to help, maybe?
Well, we patrol the area. That is pretty much all we can do, and we
Very active approach. Got it.
yeah.
But no, you haven't found any like dwarvish remains, anything like that.
Not to my memory, no.
Hmm.
But you solved a murder. That is incredible. And he raises his glass, and all of the other knights just go, "Hey!" in unison.
Yeah.
Yay! Enthusiasm, guys.
How often does this kind of feast thing come about? You only do it for like every year for when you reach a new milestone, or do you do it more often than that?
Well, sometimes after a particularly long and stressful hunt, we have a feast. Of course, the meat of the hunt cannot go to waste.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Do you just patrol this canyon, or you guys make your way to fairly large parts of this area?
We only rarely venture outside of this area, really. We can find
So
most of what we need in the canyon.
we did a fair bit of traveling, and we've run into similar cultists on the road, and they've attacked us, harassed us on the river and on the roads as well.
Did you happen to get a name of a particular cult by any chance?
These things go by pretty fast, you know. Not always something you can really openly ask at that moment.
I see.
They did have symbols on them.
What kind of symbols?
I will use prestidigitation to cast the symbols on the table in front of him.
All of them?
Let's just do the crushing wave one. Start with that. I'll cast like the crushing wave symbol on the table before him. This is one we encountered quite early on, let's say.
I cannot say I'm familiar with this symbol.
Any ones you've come across that we should know about?
Well, I don't know about any cultists. I do know of a group called the Black Earth.
I think it's a name we've heard come by once before.
Have you really? And he
Yes, we
just
have.
leans
Spire, can you
forward
show
and
that
inspects
symbol
you
we
very
from
closely.
them?
I will like tap face in the back and I say, you know, word goes around when you go to little towns like Red Larch, stuff like that. Rumors seem to be everywhere. It's one of my specialties, to be honest. Kind of hearing everything about. It's quite interesting.
Well, I
Hi.
don't trust this Black Earth organization, whatever they represent.
Actually, movement over here then, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, is there anything you know about these people?
I must say no. That is not appropriate talk for a feast.
I want to do an insight check if I can see why. Aside from what he said, like it's inappropriate to talk about this. I want to see if he's like worried or scared or angry about that at all.
Okay, make an insight check.
I'd like to observe him as well. Is that okay?
You can
Yeah,
both
I
make
would
insight
like-
checks.
Can I as well?
Yeah, that's not better.
Yeah. Everyone who wants to can make an insight check.
Might as well.
Okay. You were saying if he looked scared.
Looks like, look, if you can see any different intentions behind him not wanting to talk about it, that's what it's about.
Not really.
Underlying emotion type of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let me see. There we go.
I say to him, is it something you wish to talk about later, possibly? Or do you want to discuss
Well,
further?
you see, we did have some altercations with this Black Earth, and seemed to be thieves and ne'er-do-wells, and you know, they've
Am I
killed.
getting some kind of malicious vibes from these people, or do they seem like genuinely good people?
They seem like genuinely, jovial, especially now that they're having a feast. Seem to be genuine.
I want to ask him. I'm sorry. I know that you don't want to do this topic very much. However, have you come across people that seem to speak more highly of this Black Earth?
Well, no other people than the people of the Black Earth themselves.
No other
Well, so-
cults or anything that would let's say ally with them.
Not that I know of, no.
Well, the Black Earth seemed to be tied to that murder we investigated.
A murder, you say?
Yeah, remember
yes,
the murder
in Red
in
Larch.
Larch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem to be tied into that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we believe that those could be very much related to the cult that Bio has mentioned. Not the one that she tried to join, but the one she tried to talk and who didn't take it too well. They seem to be rather aggressive.
Aggressive, eh?
And what's the word?
Assholes.
Trying to keep themselves hidden.
They didn't like people who'd stick their noses in other people's business. Let's just keep it at that.
That's kind of been a common theme, honestly. Everyone we've met.
Mhm.
I don't know what people have against like a common conversation these days.
Yeah.
Here,
Can you
here.
show- Vayu, can you show them the emblem of those weird people we encountered?
We encounter a lot of weird people. We're interested in emblems.
The people who, attacked us. Can you show them that emblem, the one with the cauldron?
One with the cauldron, I can.
Um,
I will wipe away it up and change it to that sign.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we encountered these people. There was this strange, pretty shitty looking man in a robe guarded by several guardsmen. Very capable.
They also didn't seem up for like a
guardsmen.
normal conversation,
And-
apparently.
As Thurl is looking at this symbol and you're all, enjoying your feast, the doors behind you slam open and one of the knights storms in. Phalanx, you recognize him as the specific knight who was talking to
the
you,
one who wrote
the
Manfred.
one patrolling
Manfred.
the
Yeah.
pinnacle. Yeah, the one who wrote Manfred. And he just slams open the doors and he shouts, "Manticore! It's on the move!" And at this point, all of the knights at the table rise as one, the feast before them unfinished. And Thurl just yells out, "We should take this opportunity to slay the monster!" And
Yes!
he takes from his finger a feather-patterned golden ring, which is set with a garnet, and holds it aloft. "A prize for the one who brings me the beast's head. Adventurers, would you care to join us in the hunt?"
I would be delighted to. And
How
Phalanx
are we
yeah.
gonna hunt
activates
this?
his left arm so his shield pops out.
"Leave
He
that
says-
to me." And he points to to the guy who just stormed in, and he says, "Give these people some mounts. take them downstairs to the stables, and he will proceed to take you downstairs. Let me see if
Cool.
I just have some more epic music than this.
What do you mean? This is amazing.
Hush.
I slay manticores to this music all the time.
Do you
Yeah.
wanna hunt a manticore?
Oh no.
Put his face up on your wall.
Nice.
Killed in Pine Canyon.
Okay. And this knight takes you down to Funky Town. He
Oh,
takes you down to this level,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens the bottom, like the bottom doors. Let me actually cut those out so you can see. Oh. Okay, bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
Yeah, because I didn't put the normal doors in as I normally would because they are at like super weird angles.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see inside these rooms these 4 creatures.
No. I'm not
Yeah.
flying with these things.
Um,
Not
Maybe
going
by-
up there.
and the
Well,
knight.
you're welcome to join me and hold me if you're scared.
Fuck no! I'm not going up there.
Or you can go with me.
You
know
can-
I'm good with animals.
You can stay in the spire if it.
Go with fuck.
If
Come
it
on,
doesn't please
Bayou.
you.
With
Are you?
animals.
You're
You
not
go
a
with
chicken,
Valkia?
are you?
I will yeet my dagger at Phalanx. and say,
Okay, make an attack
fuck
roll.
Yeah.
I
I
cast
get it,
Warding
I will.
Flare. No, wait, I don't.
No, I do want to try like throw a by him.
Okay,
Just like past
Yeah,
him, and I
that's
was like,
fine.
I'll go with
Just
Valk, yeah.
purposely missing.
Yeah, for sure.
and he
I'm actually
just-
gonna try to hit him.
He gestures towards your steel defender, Wilden, and he says, "I'm not sure. He might be too heavy for them.
Ah, he's
Call
lighter
him
than
a
he
fat.
looks.
He's lighter than he looks," he said. All right then.
He's
Well,
not
I
heavier
only
than I am.
have 4 mounts, so
I can ride with him.
yeah, you're light enough to ride with him.
He can stay
Yeah,
behind.
you can ride on
Not
his
gonna
own
like it.
turnips. Yep. Goodbye, you. The mount would be free.
Yeah,
He
I'm
can't
not
control
taking
the
my
mount
own.
by himself.
Yeah, I'm not just
okay.
taking free.
All right. And the knight says, "Just take them. Be careful. They are well trained, but still be careful."
Right.
I go to pet one of them gently.
Once
GM
you
I will
Right.
like stick behind
Yeah.
Valk like a scared child in the grocery store, you know, like grabbing the back of her clothing and just kind of like standing behind her.
what were you gonna say, Wilden?
Would I be able to ride with my steel defender?
Yeah, you would. It's just a matter of who's steering the thing.
I would have to be me steering.
Yeah. Okay.
All
You
right.
can meet the rest of us at the pinnacle when you're ready.
Yes.
Right.
Ready, so ready.
I move in. I try
Nice.
slowly approach the creature, and I
Okay.
bow at first,
Harry Potter style.
and extend my hand in order so the creature can, get familiar with the way phalanx smells,
hmm
being machinery and all.
Okay.
And once the creature accepts me, I will slowly mount him.
Okay. So, Phalanx, Wilden, and Volkia, you can make animal handling checks, please.
This is gonna be
Oh,
terrible.
this is gonna be my worst
Please
roll.
roll well. It would be
Ah!
embarrassing.
Yeah, you was.
Yes!
Wow.
I've been
Oh,
rolling great.
fuck.
That's
Been
not
rolling
right,
great
baby.
until then.
I knew I was good at
So glad
something.
you rolled in that one.
So let me see.
Valkia just pulls out like snacks out of
Yeah.
her many pockets because she always has snacks for animals.
it just kind of gently. You can see that they're very well trained. It gently scoops the food up from your hand. And
Good, buddy, good.
hang on. And yeah, seem to be very well trained. Phalanx, it just kind of sees you bow, and it's just a little nervous at first, and then you know, kind of turns around for you to mount it. And the one where Wilden is currently trying to tame. It seems very nervous of your steel defender.
Should be.
So, so it's it's a bit hesitant. It's just kind of slowly walking away from it, screeching as it just kind of backs off into the corner.
I try to like make the "it's okay" motion. It's okay.
Not
Nothing's
gonna
wrong
eat you.
here.
Okay.
Well then, do you need some snacks?
Snacks. Oh, I'm reaching up my pocket and pull out whatever little piece of dried meat or something for it.
Okay. Yeah. It gladly takes the dried meat, and while it's eating, you just kind of take the time, while it's distracted to
Hashtag help action.
to
Has
make
to, like,
your
pick me up.
yeah. Vic picks you up and just sets you on top of it, and then just kind of go gadget spring boots on up there himself.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you can see, or you can hear like a lever pulling, and the doors on the opposite side of the cell, so that would be on this side, on the outside of the tower, they open up into the wide open air, and you fly on up to the pinnacle. So then,
I make sure that Bayou is safely, like, kind of tucked into the on the feathers and so on. That like, well, assuming
Very
that
aggressively.
assuming that I'm probably a little more capable of like anticipating how the bird moves. So I take this position where like she's on the more safe spot.
I just like clench onto the back of your cloak.
Okay.
Again, so
let me put you
Gotcha.
on the map. Might take a
Ooh.
while to load. Also, once you're
Yeah, it's
loaded,
not bad.
don't forget to refresh your character sheets.
Yep.
Also, the moment we get to the top and meet the other knights or something, the one who brought us there, I would like to kind of land next to him and ask for my mount's name.
Nice. Ah, yes.
the time. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Her name is Isabella.
Bella, what a lovely name you have. Such a beautiful
Cute.
creature you are. Like
Getting
I
the
bond
ID
with
from
it.
Valkia, I'd like to ask what the name of my hippogriff is.
Ah, yours is a male. It's named Nicholas.
Ah, Nicholas, it is an honor to ride with you.
And the one that you're riding on there is Rohija.
Yeah.
She is a female as well.
I like
Spell
that.
it like that. All right, so you fly up on to the pinnacle, and there's currently 4 of the Feathergale Knights assembled there, each mounted upon a giant vulture. And by now, after the feast, the moon is illuminating the misty canyon below, and you can, barely make out in the distance a single shard of darkness moving, flitting in and out of the mist, and then the shadow sinks beneath the bank of clouds, lost again from sight.
Can I see the floor below me? Is it too far away?
The what?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry, I'm thinking of something on different.
The canyon floor?
Yeah, basically.
No, you cannot. You can only see fog.
Barret's in that time. Barret's going fucking. No, I want it to be over. I want it to be done.
And one of the knights says, "Do you wish to form your own group, or will you ride with us?"
Whatever
think we
gets me
can ride
down
with them.
quicker.
Let's not split the group.
This is a good idea.
Sure.
You will go with us then. We will be
Yes.
8 men strong.
We can do that.
Yay.
Very well. Move out. And
For the head, Dad.
for the head, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for the head.
Andiamo!
Okay. So
I'm gonna whisper to Volkia. Have they explained to us how to write these things?
can you all make animal handling checks again, please?
Oh god, I'm going to fail.
Okay.
Come on!
Oh!
Oh no! Oh boy.
Fuck.
Roll that I rolled.
Well, I mean,
I mean, bio is not writing.
yeah,
to be
Bio
fair.
isn't writing,
Oh,
so
okay. Well, never mind.
yeah, you'll just use that 23.
Oh.
So
I rolled a
Wilden
one.
and Phalanx, yeah, the beasts, the hippogriffs, do not seem to be used to your presence, and you riding them seem just generally kind of uncomfortable, and they seem to spend a little more time, just kind of attempting to peck at you on their backs, as opposed to actually, following the group, and you do fall.
Calm down, Rohija. Oh.
You do fall a little bit behind, but
Well,
not enough.
If I see them kind of falling behind, I would like to keep like at the end of the group so that I can keep an eye on Phalanx
Yeah,
and
you just make a big circle and go around, like, come on, focus,
Yeah,
follow me.
yes, I will basically just like like herding cats. I will do that
Yeah.
but with their mounts.
right, okay.
Like you are just like two of them are just like struggling there, and in the meantime like Valkyria is like just like around them, and Bayou completely scared to death. Like,
Also, while we are on this map, hang on. I did tell you that you saw a crevice in the
Yes.
canyon wall. That is right over here. Where the
okay.
marker is.
Over yonder. Right.
All right. And the thing that I saw like on the south, the like birds and so on.
I
That was
revealed that to
within
you
this,
guys
or-
on the region map. That was a little,
Oh, okay.
a little ways
like,
away.
Yeah. I was just checking the like scale
Mhm.
wise that it's not here as well. Okay.
No, that's that wouldn't be here, no. So you fly into the canyon. Can someone roll a d20 and add 8, please,
Can do
or
that.
add 7. Sorry.
7? Yeah.
Yes.
Can we take his?
We can take the first one, and since you did get a pretty big bonus because you went into one group, you do manage to spot the image of what you supposed to be the manticore in the distance, like right over here somewhere. And moving along that way, following the kind of leader of your group, can you make some more animal handling checks, please? And let me see, Wilden and Phalanx, since
Yeah.
nice, since Valkia is helping you, you can even roll with advantage. Don't think
Out
you
of
need
the-
to. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Look at that.
Hmm.
Excellent. Yeah. With Valkia helping you, the hippogriffs seem to be a little bit more at ease with their companion hippogriffs. You know, by their side. Maybe it's just Isabella. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows?
Maybe it's me yelling like instructions, like, no, don't grip the feathers that way.
Left.
No, no.
Left. Other
Yeah.
I do not
left.
listen to me outside, damn it.
All
To
right.
the left, to the left.
One person make me another roll +7, please.
Yes.
Phalanx, go ahead.
Ooh.
Alrighty. You do once again see the shade of the manticore flying over this direction.
I'd like to keep a close eye on the manticore for the group with my robotic, systems and stuff.
And can I get one more animal handling check, please? With advantage for Phalanx and Wilden.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
What's
maybe not.
happening?
My rolls are not going really well when it comes
Just
to
eat
my
you off. Next
phone
character, let's
checks.
go.
Wow, man, that would suck. You seem to fall a little bit behind the group again, just ever so slightly slipping past Valkia and her instructions. And can I get another +7 roll, please, Phalanx?
Yep.
Or anyone else if they want to try. Okay,
There we go.
27. Yeah, no
Ooh,
problem.
boo.
Wow.
Like, for the animal handling checks, I roll terrible, but no matter I roll the mod roll, it's like, boom, max. Jesus.
I'm fine with that because the rules also impact me.
Okay. And then hold up. Then let's move on over to the hub. Let me just put you on your respective. These should really flip these around. Hang on. Yeah, nice. Okay, so there we have Wilden and the Steel Defender. Bayou, of course, with Valkia. Yeah, make some space. And then, well, this one isn't actually with you, of course, because you only took 3. And then, Phalanx, you did fall a little bit behind, as I said. I just realized you can't actually see.
Yes, I was going to ask, like, is there something that
Are there still birds
we are
beneath us?
supposed to see?
Yeah.
We
Nope, they
plummeted to the
disappeared.
ground. Mm.
Vanished into thin air. And you can see looming up from a nearby cloud of fog this
I hate it.
terrifying looking monstrosity.
I hate it.
And for the purposes
I want to
of...
summon my trident.
Okay,
Can I go at
and
it?
So,
don't forget to refresh your character
as
sheets.
I
Yeah.
get in range, I'd like to cast a light on the creature as soon as I get in range to make sure he doesn't go into hiding again.
Okay, what's the range on light?
Just refreshing my D&D Beyond sheet here. Give me a minute.
Mm-hmm. It's... oh, right, okay. Because I think that it might be a touch range spell.
Yeah, I need to throw something at him.
Oh,
So-
right. So if you manage to hit it with some kind of glowing projectile, then sure,
Yeah.
you might have some advantage to seeing it. But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Right.
Oh man.
Hmm. Wait.
Because you are controlling the hippogriffs, they act on your initiative. I will say, yeah, Valkia, yours acts on your initiative, and then your bird will then act on your initiative, and for Phalanx as well. So you can, they can like take the dash action, and you will still have your respective actions.
We can do dash, disengage, and dodge if we control the mounts, if I recall correctly.
Yes, very good, Zoltan. I believe you play like a paladin. Yes.
A mounted paladin with a lance, yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, and then for these guys.
What is their movement on the griffins?
The hippogriffs have a movement of flying speed of 60 feet.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is the grid adjusted to that?
I'm sorry?
The distance you put us in now, is that like correlating with 60 feet?
What do you mean?
That the grid is like you spaces apart according to the 60 feet.
Oh, no, I didn't really. I should really snap you to the grid, by the way. But
I mean, if I use my ruler, my
right?
measuring tool, I can see that I'm 130 feet away from the board. That's still true?
From the Manticore, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
I'm just gonna put you like right over there. All right, settle down. Just ever so slightly forward. There we go. So that's about the position that you are currently at. So, and then I need to roll initiative for this dude. Okay. So, first up will be Valkia and your
I'm not in
mount.
the initiative.
Are you not? Can you try
Doesn't put
rolling
me in there.
initiative again, please? There you go.
Okay. Can I still get my 12?
Yes. Let me change that for you. That's weird. That didn't
Yay.
work. There you go.
Thank you.
And let me sort again. Alrighty. So, Valkia, what would you like to do?
All right. So let's see how far I am exactly from the. Okay. So I would like to move with both me and Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry,
I
Bayou.
will
I'm
follow
moving.
you. I will follow you.
I am moving you as well. Also, I can't move my bird.
Alright. I should give you ownership over that.
If you want, you can give her ownership of my tokens. Just take me along, but you don't have.
I guess so. Sure. Let's do that. I will just make the hippogriffs available to all players. That might be the easiest. Okay, there we go. That should work.
No, still can't move it.
Okay.
I can move someone else's hippogriff, but not mine.
What the hell?
Yeah, I literally.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
wait,
the same.
wait, hang on. There you go. Try again.
Yes.
There you go. You can also select multiple tokens and then move them all at once.
Okay.
If
and
you have
how do I do
ownership,
You drag
just
over
drag
all three
it.
of us.
that? Oh, okay. Found it. Okay, so 60 you said.
Yeah,
right?
but they can actually dash on their own, and then you will still have your action and everything in your turn left. Because you're basically, using their movement, and then, you don't have to use your action for
Okay.
them to dash.
Yes. Okay.
If I am interpreting the rules correctly.
Okay.
Sure you are.
So first I use the bird uses its movement to get me here.
Uh-huh.
Now I should be within 60 feet of the creature.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, dexterity save, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Please be shit at dexterity.
Twen-
Well, I
Twen-
somehow doubt it.
22.
Fuck.
Oh.
Never mind then. That was a waste of a turn. I'm thinking if I can do anything else relevant. No, not really.
It's very useful that you're right after Volkia.
Oh well. Okay, so and that didn't work out. I will just prep my short bow and arrows. And I
Mhm.
just got disconnected. Lovely.
Oh, really?
But that is all that I will do. Except that I will also instruct the bird to have a prepared action to dash
Okay.
in case only after Bayou is done and only if Bayou not like to actually move away. Then it
Which
should...
when I nudge the bird?
Yes, like if you just like either nudge me or the bird or something, like on your signal, if you want us to move away, it will move to the
60 feet.
north, like upwards.
Yeah.
Again 60 feet.
So
Like, to
once
kind of-
once Bayou gives the signal, it will move 60 feet.
Yes, if Bayou
Okay.
gives the signal. Yes.
Speaking of, elevation, you can also move up and down.
Oh, in that case, I would love to move literally up 60.
Up 60.
If I nudge it, I assume.
Like so that I have kind of a high ground on the Manticore.
With the held action, you would like
Yes,
to
the
move up
dash.
60?
Yes, the dash would be like kind of flying upwards.
Okay, noted. Right then, that's your turn, yes?
Yes.
Bayou.
I'm so confused. Look into my shit what I can do. Does this guy look like he'd be troubled if I just water on him? Like a good amount of water?
You can make an intelligence check to see, or no, nature, that would be, to see if these things like water or not.
Sure. 18.
Okay. You don't really think that manticores are particularly, averse to water.
But I mean, like with his wings and stuff, if the winds would give out, of it would have like a hard time getting by. That's more what I mean. Sorry if it wasn't clear.
Yeah, nothing like that, really. Nothing that you can think of.
Yeah? Sorry, you cut out for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, nothing like that. You don't really recall any fact about manticores.
Okay.
And water.
There's so many things that I can't do when I have friendly creatures near me. And since we're on a thing, I'm just gonna yeet my trident at it.
Alrighty.
So just a normal trident attack. I always forget that. Can I just use that one, or?
You can use your normal trident attack. Yes.
14 to hit with it.
14 hits.
It does?
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
Then I will do that.
Okay.
Can I summon my tentacle on him? I'm assuming not. Can I summon him?
Well,
Does it have to be on top of the floor or anything?
I mean, it's not,
You can summon a spectral tentacle within 60 feet. Yes.
Okay, so I can just do it in the air.
Yeah, you can just do it in the air.
I'm gonna summon my tentacle. How do I-
What is the range on that?
Oh wait, that might actually be 30 feet. Let me check that.
But you can also move it, right?
No, within 60 feet of me.
Nice. So you can put it right next to it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would like to do that. No, I can only move it next turn.
But you can attack now with it if you. Summon
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
so
I do want to do that.
let me put that on the map for you.
Mhm.
Just hang on. Tentacle.
Tentacle.
Right there?
Uh,
Or you don't see it? Fuck.
it hasn't shown up to me yet. No.
Right there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I will attack with it.
Mhm.
But I still have to use my select library, right? For his attack. Yes. I do.
Yes.
But 21 to hit.
Yes,
possible.
that will hit.
Nice.
So it takes a
Nice.
total of 7 damage. Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hey. And then I will
Okay.
nudge the guy we're on to do his fly thing.
Okay, so
To the
moving up.
sky. Yes.
Yes. I go like it.
Yep, yes. Nice.
I was just kind of like
Yeah.
very scarily pet it, like nice fly thing. Up.
So
Nice.
you can see if you hover over the hippogriff, you can see a little label that says 60, and it has an arrow, so you
Yes,
know that
yes.
it's 60 feet up right now.
Great.
Like
All
relative to
right.
like the where we're at. So
I'm sorry.
yeah, sorry. No, it's just me talking out loud.
Okay. Next up will be the Manticore.
Oh boy.
You can just see it roar angrily at your attacks and attempt to thwart it. And it's going to lash out its tail at you and launch a bunch of tail spikes.
Oh no.
Okay, let
Me?
me see what the range is. I will tell you in a bit. Okay. It is going to target Volkia and then the 2 riders directly behind you.
So not me.
Yeah.
Not you. Because I'm assuming like you're right behind Volkia, just
Yeah,
kind of
I
holding
see
on,
so.
so she would be sitting right in front of you.
The riders are not behind me, they are under me.
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah, they're under you.
So it'd be at Volkia. Or more so at the flying dude, honestly. He's shooting from the bottom up.
I'm sorry?
It would be more so directed at the flying dude that we're on. You're forgetting the names, I'm sorry.
Well,
I
it
mean-
can choose to target either the hippogriff itself or one of the riders.
Oh, okay. No, I mean from the angle, but I can see how it attacks. That's fine.
Alright. So, first attack against Volkia. That is a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. And then one attack against this guy. That definitely hits. It's a 23.
Oh god.
So he takes a bunch of damage. Come on, Discord, keep up. And then against the other guy next to him, that will go completely wide. And then it will just kind of do a little circly move. It's going to move to right there with its 50 feet of movement. Alright, that would be its turn, and then the knights will have a go. Okay. They take out their spears. Let's see if they're in range. Yeah, just about. Well, I would assume them flying, or actually this guy is gonna just kind of flank. Still in range, yep. And like that. This guy is just gonna go under you. And they are all going to make a bunch of spear attacks.
What about the fourth guy? In the
Oh, right, yeah, the fourth guy, sorry. He's going to dash with his bird. Go wide to there. Are they all in range? See, that guy, that guy, that guy. Yeah, they are all in range for spear attacks, so they will do that now. That's a miss. That's a hit. Okay, so you can see that 3 of the 4 spears connect to the creature, to the manticore. And yeah, it has like 3 spears just sticking out of its chest and one of the wings. That's a lot of damage. Damn.
Can you just like
Is it
sit here in the
looking rough?
back and just wait for?
No, it's looking angry.
I figured as much.
Okay, so that's their turn, bringing us to Phalanx. A little behind, but that's okay.
So I try to move in. See how close I can get.
Let me move your
Only
birds away
measure
from you.
distance.
You can take the bird with you in one motion.
Yeah.
For phalanx.
You can
You
select
how?
drag
both.
of them. You drag over both of them.
Oh,
they'll
drag
connect
over both
with-
of them. Yeah, noted. Right, as I'm in range, the
Mhm.
bird is taking a dodge action in case he's trying to attack me.
All right.
And Phalanx is going to cast on the creature, right on his forehead. He's going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Flaming Sphere.
Nice.
All
I
right.
was pondering similar thing, but
So that's level 2.
Okay,
Go.
hang on.
Boom.
Put that on the map for you.
Right on his face.
No, no, that's not the right radius. All right. Yeah, there it is. You can see the little target.
Yeah.
9 fire damage. All right. Does it have to make a dex save? I believe so. Yes.
yes.
Yes, it does. Otherwise, it takes half damage.
Okay. Okay. That's an 18.
Yeah, it takes 4 damage instead.
All right.
It's burning just a little.
Burning just a very
What
little.
burned so good? Alrighty. And your bird was taking the dodge action. Let me see if I can. Ah, yeah, dodge. Dope. Cool. That's your turn, yes?
Yes.
All right. Well then.
Hey, can I have Vic Rattlehead give me the help action on my crossbow? To, like, steady me?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like kind of put his arms around you, I guess. Just,
Yeah.
or put his arm forward, like horizontally. You can just sort of steady it on there.
No, Vic Rattlehead acting like some kind of steady cam.
Careless whisper.
Hell yeah.
Like Ghost. We're doing like the Ghost version, but with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Um,
Would you like to move at all?
no.
Shoot first, move later?
Yeah, no, I'm good where I'm at.
Mhm.
So that would give me advantage on the light crossbow, correct? If it gives me the help action.
That makes sense to me.
Okay. 13.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Ah,
14 is what you needed.
oh man. Okay. Sucks.
Happens.
Then I will just instruct the bird to give me the dodge action to do the dodge action.
Quickly, do the dodge action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rohija, dodge.
Nice.
And that's it. That's all I
Pikachu,
can
lightning
make
bolt. Okay.
That's it.
Dodge.
I'm staying put.
All right. You hear a knowing caw from the hippogriff below you. Volkia, bring us back to you. Bring it all back to you.
Okay, I will, given that I prepared my bow and arrow, I will kind of aim at the creature from my lovely high vantage point
Mm-hmm.
and try to shoot it.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, that will hit.
7 damage.
Nice.
And after that, I would like to lower us a little closer, so that because from the math, like we were around like 80 feet from it to like 60 feet from it, and
Right.
again prepare, have the bird prepare an dash action on Bayou's command to get us again up. Kind of just like, do the fly in, do stuff, fly back up thing.
Okay. So you were moving lower, you said?
Yes, like I moved to so that we are from the actual distance from the Manticore would be like 60 feet or so.
Yeah.
And on
So
command,
move down to its level.
It can be less than its level, but yes. I mean, we can be higher than its level because we are like 40 feet from it, so 60 feet would be like somewhat in air still. But yeah, to move back up on Bayou's command.
Okay. Well, you can specify if you want how many feet up you would like to be as opposed to the Manticore in relation to the Manticore. I mean.
Give me a second. I will do math. If we are on like 40 feet height, we are within 60 feet range.
Okay.
So then
40.
at the end we would be at 100 feet up, or like little less than 100 feet up in the air after, if Bayou nudges it to go up.
Yeah. Okay, then it will be your turn, Bayou.
Well, not wanting to lose any more of my weapons because I'm not gonna be able to find them again if I throw.
Your trident will come back.
I know that will, yeah. But and it's an action to summon it, right?
Yes, it is.
Then I will use Shield Touch. Can I use Shield Touch?
What's the range?
Let me check it out. Better be 6. 120 feet. I'm fine.
Nice, no problem.
On the dude.
Yeah. Oh no.
Also, if you want to let Valkia know that you are fine also with higher distance from it, you can. So that we don't have to go so close.
What do you mean by that? Sorry?
Like, if you want to also let Valkia know that you are able to, like, do stuff also from further away than 60 feet. Like, it's up to you, you don't have to. I'm just saying that, like, otherwise she's going to assume that that's, like, doable distance, but if you want at some point to tell her to stay away further away, to be like more safe, you can.
No, I think I'm good. Did you let me know in character where you wanted to go? Where you wanted us to go?
I mean, the bird knows. I believe that I kind of
Yeah.
told the bird, so
Then I will just kind of nudge it. Yeah, that'll be it.
then we
Yeah.
go like again.
Oh wait,
up
no, and
in
I'm
the air.
gonna move my tentacle, by the way, because that's the kind of chase after it right now.
Okay, how many feet can you move it?
30. So there.
Okay.
There's like ominous tentacle floating by behind it.
I'm thinking of my creatures are on right now. It doesn't say it. Okay, that's good.
All right. You will nudge it, so it will go 60 feet up again. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 100 feet up right now.
Yep.
Does that mean that my attacks will go further if I throw shit? Because of like the angle that works?
Oof. That's
Want me
little
to
difficult.
calculate it for you?
We are 107 feet away from it. If we are
Can-
40 feet on the ground.
I can calculate for you how that works.
I mean,
no.
I would calculate range for, you know, for ease. I would just calculate it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can tell you always like in what distance we are from it, because I do literally have it open in like
Okay.
another thing. So
Sure.
right now, yeah.
If you're okay with
Yeah.
doing that, we'll just play on your word then. Alrighty. So then the Manticore moves again. Does it have to make another deck save at the start of its turn for Flaming Sphere? Or at the end?
I think it just takes the damage if it is in
Whoops,
the.
my mic
spot,
was
right?
muted. I said at
Okay.
the end. My turn.
At the end, okay.
Oh.
Yes. So if it moves out of the way right now, it's safe.
Okay, so it will do that.
Stop running away from a tentacle!
It's
Stop it.
going to go right there and then up. While flicking its tail into the Feathergale Knight in front of Phalanx. It's also going to flick it into Phalanx himself and Valkia again.
When
So
he flies up, does the guard get an opportunity attack?
yeah, I suppose he does.
Or is it more that it's? Oh no, it's in the air, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me just do that now before I forget. A spear attack. That doesn't hit.
Oh well.
It was worth a
Oh,
shot.
you could-
Thanks for reminding me. Tail spike attack against the knight. That just hits. He's not looking too good. I would ask if you wanted to use your warding flare, Phalanx, but your hippogriff is already taking the dodge action, so it has
you know,
disadvantage regardless.
Yeah.
Against you, that will be a 16 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. And against Valkia, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 9 piercing damage. You take a
Don't
tail
make me take over
spike.
this bird, please.
You take a tail spike to the chest.
Ouch.
Ouch! My shoulder.
I'm just kind of patting back on. You okay? You okay? What's happening?
I literally have a thing poking out of my shoulder.
You'll be fine. Don't make me fight this thing, please. Don't faint.
Worries.
Blood lands
I'll
on
be
Wait.
good.
And then this knight is going to fly up 20, attempt to stab it two-handed. It's a critical hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
Alrighty, and stabs it like right in the abdomen as it flies up. Yeah, starting to look hurt, this thing. But so is the knight. So he will have his bird. Let me see. Can the bird take the disengage action? Mounted. Dash, disengage, and dodge. So yeah, the bird will disengage. So that would be 50. And that guy is just going to fly off because he is hurt.
Coward! I'm not gonna scream that. I'm not saying that loud.
He's gonna come back and smack you upside the head.
I would just like whisper to Volkio. God damn it.
And these guys are then also going to fly up. So is this dude. Hello? Oh, there we go. And to there. The other guy is going to stay put. And then there is going to be 3 more spear attacks. Or at least if this other guy's in range. Yeah, no problem. So another 2 spears crash into the Manticore. Not too good on damage, but hey.
It's
Still
not, he's
damage,
trying.
yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's it for them. Phalanx, you're up.
All right. So what I'd like to do is use my bonus action to move the sphere to smack it into his ass and his balls or whatever.
What's the range? How far can you move it? It is 20
Uh,
feet up from where the flaming sphere is.
I think I can. I should just about be able to get there.
Alrighty.
You know, with the Pythagoras formula, you know, within a straight line, a little bit up, and 20 feet,
Yeah.
to the side, and then 10 feet up.
Alright.
It should be able to hit him.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another dex save.
So that's another dex save.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes. Character sheet.
It'll-
Where's my spell? Here's the spell. Level 2. Here we go. Boom. 7
Okay.
damage.
It rolled a 19, so
So that's
it's,
3 damage.
That's pretty good dex. So 3.
Unfortunately.
Fire damage. Oof. Yeah, this guy's well and truly getting hunted. Anything else you would like to do, or you would like to instruct your hippogriff to do?
I
dodge
would
again.
like to instruct my hippogriff to keep dodging as I move about here and stay at the same height. In the meantime, I'm shooting guiding
Guiding bolt, you said?
bolts.
All right, go for it.
Yes, here we go. Guiding bolt at level 1. Boom.
Oof.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
that
dude.
would have helped me.
Fuck
Yeah,
me.
it would have. So if that is your turn, then we'll get to Wilden.
I will not use Vic's help this time and crossbow.
Use your
Okay.
crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, that will hit, sir.
Magical damn. And then I will fly up to meet it
Oh boy. Interesting.
and have Vic Rattlehead
Let me put you up
force
there.
rend it.
Oh my god.
5 force damage.
Oh my lord. Okay, so you shoot a crossbow bolt at it and you kind of hit it right in the throat, and as it's kind of reeling back from the impact, you take this window of opportunity to fly up to it, and your steel defender just clocks it right in the jaw, and you see it just kind of go slack and start plummeting downwards.
Wow.
Damn.
It's dead.
Yeah! I fly down to go get its head.
Nice. Yeah, at this point you can see all of the knights rallying, and well, the other guy had already gone back to the spire, but the rest of you all rally and head down, and with like the help of 2 vultures carrying this thing, you all head back to
Nice.
the spire. And I think that's a
Would like-
great moment to take a break.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself, just like as we are flying.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Break.
Yes. Okay.
Nice. Level 4.
Alrighty.
Level 4. Level 4.
So
That
yeah,
just
you hang on. I will do some calculating.
Level 4.
Hold your horses. Hold your hippogriffs.
Level 4.
Caw-caw!
Come on, we get more than 60 XP for this, right?
You get 45.
Yes, you do. You each get 213, in fact.
213.
Yes. So you're now level 4, and then some.
Woo!
So yeah, let's go ahead and take a little break, take some snacks, and
Yeah.
get some drinks, and take a time to level up.
Yeah.
Right. See you in a bit, Twitch. And we're back.
Woo!
Level 4.
Level 4.
Level 4.
Level 4. Oh, I'm happy about that.
So, you arrive at the pinnacle. Let's get rid of this silly Dutch in chat. There we go. Nobody, nobody on Twitch wants to see
No one has to see that now.
that. Okay. So you arrive back on the pinnacle of the spire with the knights around you, and they just kind of plop the manticore body up onto the grassy floor, and Thurl meets you there, and he sees the body of the beast. Haha, look at that! And who was it that delivered the killing blow to the creature?
I raise my tiny little hand.
Like, we stand up behind him and do like the little pointy thing. Like this one.
Right here.
He did it good.
I did.
Never,
Down here.
I did, but
Down there.
never
I
has
didn't
a
do it alone.
never has a big person, Wilden, ever
Well, in the
look,
meantime,
ever
can I
had a
interrupt
look
you
of
quickly,
such
please?
respect on his face for you. hmm
What I'd like to say, that in the meantime, while Wilden says I did it, I cast Thaumaturgy, as to make the sound of people applauding him.
Yay! Nice.
Can
Yeah,
I
there-
create little sparks in the air with my prestidigitation?
But there are a bunch of actual cheers from the knights around you.
Nice.
We did it as a group, though. Your men were
Impressive.
excellent, impressive, and my group damaged it a lot before I was able to kill it.
Still, though, this prize is yours, and he gives you the ring that he had.
Oh, I so love magic items. Is it magic? Can you tell me what it is?
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Right, that's the right one, right? Getting the next up.
Hmm.
Wait, is that not wait. Sorry, no, I'm not doing that. Never mind. I have something wrong.
Well, you have Eyes of the what was it again? Eyes of the Runekeeper, so you can
That's
just.
reading.
But you can detect magic at will. That was some other feature of yours.
That's
was
not
it
what the Eyes of the Runekeeper does.
No,
But-
Detect Magic at Will is a different one.
Oh
yeah,
right,
the
but
Eyes
you
of the
do
Runekeeper
have that
just,
feature.
yeah, just let me read all writing, so everything that's written down. I can...
But you do have the feature to detect magic at will. Is what I'm
I
asking.
don't. It's not showing me. No, I thought I did, but I might have just kind
Maybe
of
changed it
blacked
for another
out.
vocation.
Yeah, there
I
might
don't
be.
remember. I'll go take a look at that, but for now.
Okay. It is not magical as far as I am concerned, but it is very valuable.
Well, thank you.
Looks like
I
it indeed.
appreciate the ring, and I will hold on to it and cherish this memory of hunting down that huge beast with your knights and my friends.
Excellent. And something else. You seem to be very capable individuals. Capable of handling yourself in a fight, yes?
That's
Just nod at
yeah.
him.
Would you please follow me to my chambers?
Her?
Of course.
All right.
Yes, I
Okay.
follow him.
He takes you to his chambers. Just put you all there. Oh, this is gonna mess with the fog of war. Oh no, it's not. Okay. So that's his chambers. Okay. And he just with a very stern, serious look on his face, he says, you mentioned the Black Earth, and did you have any altercations, any battles with them? I believe you did, yes?
He said he was a priest of theirs.
A priest
Well,
of the
we
Black
did
Earth.
encounter this dude who claimed to be a priest of theirs, and we interrogated him to find out what he knew. And he kept chanting the same thing in the end over and over again.
I see. That is most concerning. Well, you see, I have managed to pinpoint a location, and it is an old monastery, and I suspect that an order of reclusive monks might be behind this Black Earth, and I want them investigated.
Just investigate.
If you can find out anything, then please do tell me. If you can eradicate them entirely, then of course that would come with its own rewards, but
I think at the moment, wiping out an entire evil organization with just the four of us might be hard.
indeed.
Sounds like fun, though.
If you consider getting our asses kicked by a really big organization
We just
again,
got talk to them.
Fun. Well, these people are not the talkative kind. Let's not try that again.
Well, what leads you to believe that these group of monks is part of the Black Earth?
Oh.
We had our own battles with some members of the Black Earth, and we found someone in monk's clothing, and it appears that they were heading towards this monastery. So I have reason to believe that they are holding up there.
That was perfectly timed.
I know.
Call the eagle.
Fly, you fools.
Let's say, let's go.
Yeah, this monastery you speak of that they're maybe involved in, is it a legitimate order of monks that they might be hiding out in, or?
I do not know about their legitimacy. I do know that whoever these monks are, they have a nefarious purpose. They might be connected to the Black Earth. I'm not 100% sure, but the signs are there. Let me put it that way.
I really want to go talk to them now. Sounds really, really fascinating.
Now!
Let's go.
Where's this place at?
He will explain it to you, and I will mark it on your map.
Okay. I was just curious to see if it was the crevice that
That I have
Baki had
seen.
spied.
Nope, that's not what he... It's
Okay.
wildly in a different direction. It is more or less in
Okay.
the direction of the river. So it would be east.
Interesting.
East into the hills. Please take your time if you need it to rest another night.
Still for so long.
I'm
What
sorry?
do you think, guys? Do you think we could use another night rest, or are you ready to head out?
I mean,
Well, it's nighttime
it is nighttime.
Yeah, it is nighttime.
You probably don't want to go there
Yeah,
during
let's
the
not rush
night.
it.
So
DM, he marks it on our map, distance-wise. How far are we talking about?
Distance-wise.
As the crow flies, or on horseback?
Do we have the proper token? Yeah. It is about 16 miles away to the east.
And remind me again, what's daily travel is how far? Is it...
That would be 24 miles in a day.
Okay.
Did you take your... Yeah, you took your card with you, yes?
Yeah.
So that's
I'd
just...
say so.
Hmm?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's just kind of chilling at the edge of the canyon with your donkeys, just kind of grazing there. There's no grass anywhere in the canyon, so might be a better place for them.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Phalanx, I agree. We might as well not. First thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Sure, I'll take a little bit of rest.
Alright then. Thurl just turns to you and says, I wish you a good night. You have fought well today. Thank you for helping us in the hunt of this foul creature.
Thank you for assisting us and taking us along.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Uh,
Know what
last
the sound
question
is?
to Thorough
Me neither.
before we depart to the sleeping quarters.
Mhm.
We do find that they are Black Earth. Do you suggest we come back here first thing, or see where see what else we can find there, or kill them, or
I would say find out any information you can. Don't do anything rash.
Me and me. We never do anything rash.
Of course, if you deem it necessary and you reckon yourselves powerful enough, then I don't see why you wouldn't infiltrate the premises, but that is up to you.
all right. Then I bid you good night, sir.
Good night.
Yes, indeed.
And I
So,
will
as we
examine that
go to
ring.
Let's
Sorry, go
change
ahead.
as we go to bed, you know that thing from the Manticore's tail that was like stuck in my shoulder? I probably pulled it out as I was healing it.
Mm-hmm.
Could I fashion it into like 7 sharp thorns?
7.
Yes, like cut it into 7 pieces and like
Right.
sharpen them.
If you have, hang on.
I do have a dagger.
Yeah, if you have like a knife or a dagger. This thing is pretty large, because it's from such a large creature. So
I don't
yeah,
need to like use the whole thing if it is like too large. And I need only like small thorns.
Mhm.
Something nice and portable that I can keep with me.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. I'm guessing you need it for a spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she just like randomly needs like 7 spikes.
That's
Yes, a
Very
very
specific.
specific number of them.
that's like Gustav looking for a pearl everywhere. It's the
Yeah.
wizard life, man.
Basically.
And I have decided that the Manticore thing is the best thing I can use for this. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but also another thing is, as we are like leaving the when we are leaving the griffins
Hmm.
to rest, can I kind of look around for like a fallen feather from a griffin?
You could probably find that down below in the stables.
Yeah, I mean we are probably bringing them there after we were done,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, you could just sneakily pull out a feather, no problem.
Okay, and I also want to stash that one.
All right.
We have yet to find a pearl, right?
Yes. For identify, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I know the problem.
But I'll examine the ring as best I can to see why he said it was so valuable.
I mean, I believe you do have a jeweler's kit, or are you just proficient with it?
Let me see if I have one. No, I have Steve's tools and the smith's kit, but I am proficient. I can make them. It would just take me an hour.
Okay, you can do that, and then you can, using that, discern what they're worth, what it's worth.
Okay, so I'll work on that
Yeah.
before.
Since you're a rock gnome, I usually give the worth of valuable gems to you straight up, but since this is something different, this is jewelry.
Okay. So there isn't a precious stone or anything on it. It's just
There is a garnet in it,
okay.
which would be worth, well, like a good 100 gold, you reckon? But the thing in whole is probably worth more than that. So if you want to
Yes.
find that out exactly, then you would need to just quickly take the time to make some temporary jeweler's tools. And
Yeah, it takes me an hour to make a set of tools.
okay, no problem. And with the right tool for the job, you just kind of take your time and look at this thing. And you discern that it's probably closer to a worth of 250 gold pieces.
Okay. No inscriptions. No, I don't get a magical vibe off of it. Right.
You can make an Arcana check if you want.
I will. Yeah.
All right, nat 20.
Natural 20.
No, you don't get a magical vibe off of it.
Second natural 20, that means absolutely nothing today. Okay.
Sorry, dude.
I know. It's alright. I got a ring I can trade for something if needed. So yeah, after my hour, I'll just tinker as long as I can before falling.
Alrighty. You all go to sleep. Anything else you want to do before that?
No, but I will just kind of try and lay it next to him, and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Instead of actually lying, I just sit there in a meditative state and activate sensory mode.
Alrighty. Your passive perception was at 16 now, yes?
Yes.
Phalanx? Okay. Good. I did change that for you. So that I can see it in the party sheet that I made for you guys. Awesome. Okay. So you go to sleep, and the gentle howling of the wind through the canyon lulls you to sleep peacefully. And in the morning, pretty early still, there's a ever so quiet knock on the door.
We'll yell, yeah?
What do you want?
Morning?
And the door opens, and Savra is right there.
Mm-hmm.
How can we help you?
She just looks at Wilden, and she says, "Might I speak to you really quickly, good sir?"
Rat.
Take a pick with you,
You
will
just-
you?
He doesn't leave my side. It's just
He's
natural
like
way.
a puppy.
Okay, so yeah, she just kind of meets you in the stairwell and closes the door.
I'll try and listen.
Okay, make a perception check. Of course you do.
13.
Mhm.
We are all just like pressed against the doors.
You can all make perception checks if you want to.
Likes him.
Or not.
It's a very thick
Well,
door.
I mean, actually, can I use my passive perception?
Yes, you may.
Oh, if we're doing that,
So that's
that is the same
15.
exact thing for me. I think.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
exact
Well, I
thing.
noticed the others. I calmly
What are
walk
you
to the other
doing?
doors and start listening too.
Okay. So Savra looks at you and she says, "That was amazing work what you did with the Manticore yesterday evening."
Appreciate it. Again, it was a team effort.
Of course, but you delivered the final blow, so you all hear this, by the way. And she says, the Feathergale Society, we have a secret mission to master the elements of air, which is why you saw some of the denizens of the Spire, trying to become steam, as they put it. And we wish to do this in order to annihilate Waterdeep's enemies. The trade lords in Waterdeep, they have various enemies, and we mean to vanquish them with the element of air. I would offer you to recruit you into the Feathergale Knights, if you wanted to.
Well, I'm familiar with some of the enemies of Waterdeep.
Are you really?
Yeah. I have traveled there before.
I see.
As far as joining you, I'm honored, and it is something that I would definitely consider. I don't deal much with air as much as I deal with metal, as you can see by my friend behind me.
I see.
But it is something I would consider. Um, you say your enemies are tradesmen?
Yes, and some of the Zentarim. Are you familiar with the Black Network?
Only on the surface of it. I have heard of them. I'm from Mercer, and we do deal with the Zentarum.
I see. Well, everywhere there is trade, as with the trade lords of Waterdeep, there is always some Zentarim cell operating underground, and we wish to use our powers to get rid of those people. But you know, just you don't have to decide right away. I will leave it in your hands.
Yes, I believe we will be coming back here once we investigate a matter that we were asked to look into.
Of course.
But thank you for the gracious offer, staff.
She nods and then returns to her post. So yeah.
As this happens, halfway through, Bayou will just kind of squat on the floor, and she'll pour out a little bit of water into the floor.
As we were listening, were Bayou or Phalanx at any point watching also Valkia or her reactions?
I'd be looking around as I'm like putting stuff to say.
You might have noticed. It's up to you to decide whether yes or no. That when she mentioned the organization they are against, that Valkia just like went up just one shade paler in her face.
Zentarim.
Yes.
Zentarum.
It just like it might have seemed that she at least heard of them, or that she's like somehow uneasy about them.
Bayou would stand up and say, "Okay, do you need to sit down for a sec? Is the height getting to you? You okay?"
Wait, let me roll deception. Hi.
Nice.
Do you want me to roll insight?
Hi.
Sure.
Definitely it's the height. Wait, we are on the ground floor. That doesn't make sense.
Go
I
take
don't think it's height.
take a seat. I will like slowly kind of like nudge her towards. I'll be like, you seem taken aback, to put it one way.
Just she like for a split second she kind of like is trying to evaluate something, and then she just sighs and, given her ability to lie at this moment, decides to just go with, I really don't like them. The organization she mentioned, they are very, very bad people.
Which
Very
one?
bad.
They mentioned a
Zentharim.
bunch. Yeah, they mentioned a bunch.
Zentharim. That's
Oh, sorry, yeah. You cut off me. You should keep up to date on how that goes. Doesn't sound like you're enjoying this. Be careful, will ya?
Well, I am trying to.
We'll ask Weldon about what he thinks when he gets back. I'd say.
I probably would have walked in the middle of you guys having a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
Yes,
probably.
exactly.
So what do you think about our offer?
It's interesting. I mean, it's good to have friends, even if they're battling the Zentarum, which is a huge network.
Yeah, at this point you realize that they have all been listening.
Yeah, but Wilden is like, he's like, of course they would be listening. Like,
Like he would be
he
listening.
would expect nothing less.
All right.
I don't like these guys. I'm gonna be very straight up. I don't trust them. I don't like them. I want very little to do with them.
To be honest, Bayou, do you like anyone?
I like you guys. What do you mean? I like a bunch of people.
Very
It was
Bayou.
a
in the
not
head.
so subtle attempt at a jest. Please don't worry about it.
Right. Okay.
No,
Anyway.
but in all seriousness, we do need allies. And these people are nice enough. And capable.
Nice. Sure. They're capable, yeah. Weird that
I
one.
mean, you can at least look at it this way. If we take care of this for them, we may have like a safe place to rest, come and go, maybe even fly on griffins again. Even though I know you didn't like it that
Oh,
much.
great. Yeah, no, that's a complete deal breaker.
It is a fast way how to get from point A to point B, and you must admit that you have been perfectly
is
safe with
swimming.
me. I mean, look, I wouldn't mind also swimming.
I can't swim in air. I don't. Fine, we can do it, but if I get one fucking reason to ditch, I'm not risking anything for them.
Us
We're
as
kind of
well.
about to.
I'll trust your judgment of it, I guess. You guys seem quite convinced.
I'm not convinced. Just I do want to find out more about this Black Earth. They definitely are not good people.
Nope, I agree with that one.
It doesn't mean we have to permanently ally us with them. I mean, for now, we kind of have similar goals. And, we do a little thing for them, they do a little thing.
I guess.
If I join them, I mean, I'm not going to enjoy time sniffing stews. Like that's not my thing.
No, that would be a thing of its own.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know what they would expect of me to do, but I'm going to consider it, and I suggest we look into this Black Earth because this whole thing seems to revolve around those dwarf delegates, and a lot of about yet.
I guess.
I do agree with Wilden on this one.
Oh, fine. I mean, not like I'm gonna let you guys walk off on your own.
Yes,
That's
what
fair.
would we do without you? We would be lost, so you have to go with
Yeah,
us.
so many social contacts would get lost. So many conversations.
So many fun moments.
I detect sarcasm.
No, this was
Did
actually
you add
serious.
sarcasm? Did you
This
add
was
sarcastic
actually
Marshall?
serious, Bayou. What
Is
are you
that
talking
is that a
You
spell?
need-
Detect sarcasm?
You need like a little display plaque that just shows what module you have on. God damn
you
it,
didn't
dude.
notice, Bayou, his eyes change colors. When he's being serious, it's one color, and then when he's being sarcastic, it kind of flickers into a different shade.
I cast thaumaturgy, so you hear people doing shh.
I was. Let's go. That sounds weird, but sure. Eye colors. Okay.
Sure,
I'll
at least that's the way I imagine it. And like if I design Vic that way, if he could talk, I'd do it that way.
Sure.
But if that would be true, he couldn't lie.
Well, I don't want him to lie. He only talks to me.
Talking, is he?
Well,
Like, it's just getting confusing now.
I guess, if he only talks
Well, he
to you.
doesn't really talk. He just listens. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a very good
That's
listener.
true. In the meantime, I just look at Vic Rattle out and I say, fist bump.
He does it.
La la la
Yeah.
No.
Mechanical, force-empowered fist bump.
I mean, this was a true mechanical force empowered fist bump because, 2 robots actually did it instead of 1.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So you hear the metal clanking like clink.
Well, shall we be on our way, guys, and check out this?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you head out
Yes.
Yeah.
into the
Into the
wide open
Batmobile.
world. Right, your rickety little cart.
Yeah.
On to our next route. Adventure.
Onward.
Savra just opens the door for you and lowers the drawbridge. Do be
I
back.
kind of do a bit of a bow for say, thank you for the hospitality.
curtsy.
I do
Curtsy.
I do a graceful bow and then wave.
For sure.
We will be back, Saffron.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
My native
We'll
experience
be
and such.
back.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, once you step off the drawbridge, it's pulled up again, and you head on into the wide open world.
You know what I noticed, guys? I actually wanted to use it for some time, even when I was making the character Phalanx. I always wanted to do the Terminator line, like
I'll be
when we
back.
finished combat and they were dead, but I never thought about it, not even once. And I'm like, oh my god, I should have done that with the Manticore. Like, once he's been killed, just like flying there and say, "You've been terminated."
God.
Nice.
I'll be reminded for next
Just
time.
make a German robot. Nice.
I should have named him. What's a very cliche German name?
Hans.
Hans.
Gunther.
Gustav.
Yeah, Gunther. Gust. No, but that's the name of your necromancer.
I
That's
know.
the name. I should have named him
Gunther.
like Dietrich or something.
Hans.
Nice.
Hello,
Oh my God.
my name is Dietrich.
Oh, that's
You've
the
been
wrong
terminated.
music. Let me find the right music. Hang on.
That's
There
the
you go.
sad voyage to the.
That's what you would have heard if you would have died, all of you.
Yeah. Will
I didn't-
fell off the griffin.
We all had to make new characters. Oh.
Sad.
But you don't have Stefan stocked up? What do you mean?
Well, I definitely learned some new tricks to prevent us from dying. So
Okay, so the monastery that Thurl pointed out to you would be this pointer right here.
Does it seem like there's a road that would take us close to there?
Not really a road, it's just kind of haphazardly. It's just open hills, really.
Oh, okay. Okay.
guys, considering the fact that I learn a new trick and I want to optimize this trick, so I want to know who makes the most attack rolls
Ooh.
out of everyone in the party.
I make attack rolls for both my tentacle and knee, so I guess that kind of adds up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
That
I
counts.
don't.
question: if I use blast on, wait, does Vic Rattlehead count as a separate entity, or if I does Vic
Yes, he
get
does.
if I-
Be separate.
It counts as a separate entity. Okay. Because
I
I
mean-
just learned this level I had more, room to prepare some spells or just know some spells, and I put bless into the list, which is pretty cool. And everyone who's blessed get a +4 on their attack roll, or a +4
Plus
on their
D4.
save, as long as they're blessed for the duration.
Would that affect my tentacle?
Yes.
Ah.
I suppose so. Yeah.
If I bless you and you cast it, it does affect you.
It's a
So if
D4,
I-
by
for-
the way, and it's not 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what it is. So it's a plus. It's a D4 every time you can roll it on top of your
Yep.
first made roll. So if you roll 14 and you roll a 3, you actually roll 17. So could be
Okay.
the difference between barely hitting and barely not hitting.
Bless is pretty amazing. Everyone that watches Critical Role knows this.
Basically, yeah.
Not only critical role, but yes.
Is it that one spell that Pike always uses, or is it someone else? Because I only just started.
It's
Critical Role,
More than
In a bunch of places.
Yeah. Okay, so where to, Captain? Oh,
Just
and
out in the
in
yard.
the woods.
I did also put a marker for the column of birds that you saw, Valkia, on the map. That's the
Yes,
little
yes.
cross you see just south of here.
Cool.
It's not too
I
far
mean,
away.
if we would want to check that out before we continue, could it be helpful?
Sounds
Possibly.
interesting.
I don't see why not. Might delay us arriving, but it's right here.
I mean, it's pretty close, so why not?
Yeah.
And especially if it is some sort of bodies or something, it is kind of time sensitive if there are vultures eating it. So
Yeah, I agree.
Let's check it out right now then.
All right. Sauntering on up over there. It's not too far away. It's like 5 miles or so. Okay. Coming up to this column of scavenger birds. It's kind of similar to the site you saw before. You see 4 freshly dug, very shallow graves. The earth scraped out for the holes is piled nearby. And although hastily gathered stones cover the grave. And you can just, smell the faint smell of death hanging in the air.
Okay, someone has some fun here.
do you want to dig up some grave?
Oh yeah, I haven't done it in a long while.
Nice. Y'all want to dig up some graves? So, if you... I don't know, do any of you have a shovel? They're pretty shallow, so...
I don't think so. I don't think I have a shovel.
No.
Have a shield, but not a shovel.
I'm not supposing that a basic backpack.
Basic backpack doesn't have a shovel, no.
Nope.
Just a quick once over to Red Larch. Yo, you got a shovel? We need to dig some graves.
Yo.
Yeah, we'll just dig with our hands, I guess. just kinda keep
Yeah,
it aside?
takes you a little while. Although the graves are pretty shallow and it has a bunch of rocks on top. It still takes you a good half hour, but yeah, you eventually do get through, and you find a male dwarf in what seems to be some kind of artisan's robes. Wilden, you wouldn't recognize this. He's kind of, dressed in smith's attire. And there's one female human warrior dressed in a black surcoat, which holds a red axe symbol, which you've seen before. It's a symbol of the Mirabar military. There's a male human warrior dressed in a black cloak and kind of strange stony armor.
Oh boy.
There is a male human in a white robe with black feathers at the shoulders, which is very, very similar to the clothing that the Feathergale Knights wear.
Cut out for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. It's very, very similar to what the Feathergale Knights wear.
Oh
Does
no.
it have the symbol of the Feathergale Knights on it?
It does, yeah.
On this.
These guys don't seem to like each other, do they? Maybe they do when they wanted to have some kind of peace.
Seems like they're just all competing for some kind of weird end. And it all centers around this Mirabar delegation or something. I can't put my finger on it yet.
Yeah, it's the same issue. It seems to be some kind of I don't know. At least there's something in the way of rational decision. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, the Feathergale doesn't like Black Earth. The Crush and Wave and those fire guys have a problem with each other. And who knows if they got a problem with Black Earth and...
I mean, it's elements. It
Right.
seems like they're all tied to elements, and water and fire and air and earth are typically the opposite element. So
Right.
it seems like it kind of ties into some sort of like big elemental theory or something.
But involving elements in war is hella dangerous. That's not something to take lightly. I've seen what water can do. It's fucking terrifying.
Every element can do disastrous things.
Exactly.
Earthquakes for Earth, different
Tornadoes. I'm not dealing with
tornadoes,
that.
fires.
Does the
There's a lot of
dwarf have any
things.
symbols on it as well?
You don't see any symbols on his clothing. No.
Did we check about how they died? I'd
Not
like to
yet.
check that
Yeah, you can make a medicine check if you want.
for sure. Where is it?
And help access.
Ugh.
Okay, yeah, roll at advantage since Valkia's helping. Nice. You have no idea. It's lots of blood, lots of dirt.
Guff. Lots of guff.
Well,
Right.
I mean, this is now the second gravesite you're seeing in two different areas.
Surprised about how kind of properly they're buried.
Right. As
That-
if there's a little bit of respect involved.
Yeah.
Or at least some patience or any type of what's it called? I don't know. Any type of like ritual involved with this. Seems to be some kind of structure.
Yeah. Do we notice any resemblance between the two grave sites we found?
Between the two what?
Between these two sites we found, between this one and the one near
Ah,
Belliard.
right. Well, the battle site near Belliard seemed to hold some people from Mirabar, and so does this one. And yeah, you did find some bugbears dressed in clothing holding the symbol of the Black Earth, and there's a dude with stony armor in this one.
Right.
Yeah.
I suggest we tread lightly if we do head back to Feathergale. Well, let's check out this Black Earth.
Maybe not mention this right away.
Yes.
Right.
Also, can I have a look around the location where it is? If there is any sign of like tracks or something, if it seems that the people who are buried there came there, or if it is that they were flown there to be buried.
Okay. You can make a survival check if you're looking for tracks, or tracks specifically.
Looking for traps.
There are no traps around, I can tell you that much.
When we left Red Larch on the way to Wamford,
Mhm.
no, it's me talking to the group. We did
Mhm.
see some flying characters. I couldn't get a good look at them, so I don't know if they're the same thing we saw at Feathergale.
I don't know. Getting to know that would be helpful.
Survival 15. There are no tracks around here that you can see.
Guys, it seems plausible that they were just flown here to be buried. I'm not able to find any tracks of like passage throughout here at the moment.
Interesting.
It could be that it was too long time ago, so the tracks disappeared over time or something like that, but there is still a chance that they were just flown in.
Yeah.
Suppose so. Sounds plausible. Hmm.
I cut the patches off of them and pocket them.
So
symbols.
the symbols, yeah, okay. Including the ones from Mirabar?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Anything
Be
else?
careful with those patches. You don't want to just show them to anyone, I think.
No, I'm not showing them to anybody. It's just evidence and
Fair enough.
reminders. Shall we check out this monastery?
I suppose so. It's the next best thing to do.
Yeah,
All
regardless
right.
of whether or not these flying dudes are good or bad, that doesn't change whether the monastery could be filled with bad people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Good point. I guess so.
Mhm.
Even
take a leave
bad
then.
people can have bad enemies.
Enemy of an enemy doesn't make a friend. Let's go.
All right. You start making your way east. You spent about 5 miles of your daily travel getting to these shallow graves.
Mm-hmm.
You get about halfway to where this supposed monastery is when you crest over a hill and you see two very large birds currently in the process of clawing and pecking at seems to be some kind of animal corpse.
Hmm.
And
I would like to observe these big birds and see if they
okay.
resemble what we saw in the direction of Belliard.
Make a perception check.
They don't look like the ones in Feathergale Spire either, right?
No,
If your character sheet doesn't work, just refresh and try again.
yeah, it's not working. So let's redo it again. Perception.
DM. Do they
Yes.
look like those?
That's passive of 16.
Yeah. All right. What did you say, Wilden?
I said they look nothing like the large vultures that these guys were riding.
Well, see for yourself.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, they seem to be
they're
very
not,
colorful birds.
I've seen them before.
Make a nature or a history check. Let's
know
do
what-
history.
do I know what these are?
You can also make a history check if you want.
What is it? My rules today.
Yep.
None of us.
All right.
Freaking 3.
Do they seem magical?
Oh, you know what I'm forgetting all the fucking time?
Hmm?
I could, guidance you guys. I totally forgot.
Yeah. Just think of that for next time.
I should do that more. Like literally
yeah.
every time you want to do a check. Praise Lord that.
So none of.
I will not. I'll just go without guidance. I don't care.
Wow. Don't need your guidance. So yeah, none of you have ever heard about this weird creature which resembles a bird, but then also has what seems to be a deer's head and very, very sharp teeth. And there's
There's-
currently, as I said, 2 of them just clawing and eating at a corpse.
And the corpse they're eating, that seems to be just like a regular
like-
animal.
Yeah, like a cow or an
Mhm.
ox, rather.
Ah,
So
I
referring
see.
back to the last thing I tried, does it resemble anything of the birds we found in your bellyard? At least the shape, does it resemble the same creature?
Right, because you inspected for wounds. Is that what you're getting at, or because you
I
didn't?
looked at the general shape of the bird and wanted to see if those were the same birds that were flying over Belliard, you know, with the cattle being eaten.
Ah,
And it
right.
not be,
Yeah.
I assume it's not the giant vultures from Feathergill Spire because they do not kill on their own.
No, they don't resemble anything you've ever seen or thought of.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, if the Beliar people didn't them properly, they just saw the creature to flown, the cow or cattle to be flown away. It's hard to say how we can take their word for it, really. Like, we don't know how much detail of the creatures they actually saw. Apart
Good
from
point.
it's huge and it's flying.
I'd like to make a combat observation, see how dangerous these creatures are.
Right. And how would you go about that?
Just observe its teeth, its talons, and determine how dangerous or how lethal they could be.
Okay. Can you make a intelligence check, please?
Are they super heavily? Are they just starting their meal, or they've
Well,
been
that's
at this for a
terrible.
while?
So yeah, you can't discern anything about this monstrosity. They do seem to be just kind of stripping the last, or well, no, you wouldn't be able to discern that it's an ox. They seem to have left most of the head intact, but they seem to be almost through, most of the body.
Perhaps we should go around them and avoid confrontation at this moment.
I promise I won't talk to them this time. You seem like great
I'd rather
conversation
not
partners.
engage in combat with these beasts.
I'm not promising I won't try to pet it, so.
Don't pet it.
Let's not.
Okay.
I think I'd be fine without you petting it.
They're cute and colorful. I'm sure they can't be dead.
They're colorful, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, let's just avoid them. Go around them.
Yep.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, as we plan to go around, you said that we are like halfway to the place we want to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Halfway to the monastery, right?
Yeah.
And do we expect that we will arrive there today?
Let me see. So
You said it was 24 miles travel.
Yeah, so you started here, and then you about 5 miles, and then here. So that's like a total of 20 miles to there. So yeah, you will get there around the
I think we will
evening.
reach it, yeah, around twilight, right?
Yeah, just about. A little after twilight, I'd say.
Okay, fuck it. As we are going to try to like go around, I kind of gesture for the group to stop, so that they are like close to me. We kind of huddle up, and I cast Pass Without Trace on us.
All right.
So that we are harder to notice.
So to shuffle around these bird-type creatures.
Yes, to kind of
And
get
just go
around, and they don't
Alright.
notice us.
You can all make stealth checks.
I cast guidance on everyone before
Oh.
we do this.
Okay, isn't that like one target?
I
Yes.
touch everyone.
All right, gross.
Like one by one, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so I
No praising.
suggest you use the mod roll in the campaign in the campaign macros, and then just yeah,
Right.
use your normal stealth, and then add 10 plus a d4.
Oops. That didn't go well.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
What did I do wrong?
Well, adding a modifier in that mod roll works, but adding a d4 doesn't really work in there. Sorry.
You roll the d4 one
Okay, I
first
see.
then.
So you would have to the d4 you would have to
I
roll,
get it.
yeah, separately.
I gotta do mine at
Okay,
disadvantage, so I gotta do it
Yep.
twice.
There you go, 28.
So
I got a 13.
this plus this. So 27?
Mm-hmm.
22 for me. I'm about to do Vic Rattlehead.
Jesus, I'm rolling the d4. Yeah, I got a 34 on
Excuse
stealth.
me.
34.
Jesus.
I got a 28.
Wow, you rolled a nat 20 plus 12. Nice.
Wow.
That's probably the. Guys, I'm not kidding. This is the most insane roll I've ever gotten
You
on
are
any
most
on any
invisible
skill
you have
check
ever been.
ever.
28 for Vic Rattlehead.
All right. So, without much of a problem, you just kind of quickly but carefully make your way around these kind of vicious looking creatures and move on. And around the evening, you arrive at what seems to be like an opening in some rocks. You know, like the hills get steeper and exposed rock makes its way to the surface, and it kind of creates this this small path between between the rocks. But you see that this path, it's not like super well traveled, but you see that it has seen a bit of traffic. So you reckon that your destination is probably up ahead through this this pathway.
I asked Vic Rattlehead to tell me if he sees any guards up ahead,
Okay,
as far as he can see.
you can make a perception check for him if you want.
I'd like to also do that.
Johnny.
It's asking me to input value for wisdom.
Oh, right. Just refresh real
I
quick.
have
Try
your
again.
character selected. It happened before to me that you do have your character sheet open, but not selected character, and you have to have both.
I think
Well, you don't actually need to select your character token. If you refresh and try again, it should be enough.
I just refreshed, but it did revert back to my old stat.
Oh, you haven't changed the token for every single map yet.
Oh
We
yeah,
changed
His stats,
that's
his stats on perception are the same, so that
That's
doesn't
true.
change. I'm just letting you know.
okay. Yeah, sorry. I do have to copy those to other maps next time. All right.
Okay.
So your steel defender, gives you a negative response. Phalanx, you also see nothing.
All right, guys, it's clear.
Don't know what you did to your mic, buddy, but it's very, very basic.
What?
Okay, now it's gone. Never mind. Maybe that's just me.
Well, let's do it then. Let's have a look.
All right. So, hang on. As you move through this rocky passageway, you eventually find your way to a part of it where it grows wider and wider and wider until eventually it opens up into a large almost like a courtyard,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have the artwork for it. It seems. Right, and there, sitting in the middle of the courtyard, is a large stonework building.
Mm-hmm.
And you reckon that this is probably the monastery. And that's where we will end it for today.
Ooh.
Ooh. Poopy.
So, this session, Bellerial Spire. Next session,
Monster.
this monastery.
Nice. Yes.
Oh my god.
All right.
That actually went surprisingly well. No near-death experience today.
Yeah, I feel like we could go into this place blasting and nothing bad will happen.
Nice.
Oh my god.
No.
All right, Twitch, we'll see you all next time, and that will be on May
Check out
the
Discord.
5th.
Check out Discord.
Yeah, if you want
Down
to
below.
suggest some dumb hats for me to wear on stream, go ahead and do that in my Discord server. Gezondheid.
Thank you.
Wait, you mean correction? It's supposed to be. You said May the 5th, right?
May the 5th, yes.
It should be May the 6th.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
It's the 6th of
is
May,
Wednesday.
Did I make a mistake? Oh yeah, it is May the 6th. I'm sorry. May the 6th.
It happens, it's fine.
Plenty
May
of
the
time to
6th.
pick a hat.
Whoop, whoop.
Let me actually, before we get out, I should just
Maybe
quickly...
more XP for finding the gravesite.
Or for getting around those two.
Level
giant
5? Level 5?
No.
What do
Well,
you mean, no?
you do each get 100 XP just for getting out of...
Oh, did you say something? My internet suddenly cut
Oh,
out.
sorry. You do each get another 100 XP just for, you know, getting out of, I think, Spire, getting through there, and...
It's gonna take so long to get a level 5.
I know, but, you know, that's the nature of the game. Anyway, we'll see you next time, Twitch, on May the 6th.
Bye-bye.
Then.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe.
Stay safe.
That for sure.